Blah, 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 blah.
Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Get the best sleep of your life. Helix makes personalized mattresses to fit your unique body type and sleep preferences. Go to helixsleep.com and get up to $200 off mattress orders.
At Conditioned Air, we aren't trying to fix or sell all things under the sun. We're very focused on one thing, your comfort in your home and office. We've had this focus for over 58 years now. Our team is nearly 400 strong, and each team member's desire is for your total satisfaction with our services. Southwest Florida weather can take a toll on your air conditioner, so when you need us, we're here to take care of the issue quickly and safely so you can get on with your day. Conditioned Air offers planned maintenance programs, emergency service, replacement systems, and indoor air quality products to keep you comfortable all year long. You can count on the people of Conditioned Air. We don't push unnecessary parts and equipment on you, which means no high pressure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Since your comfort is essential, call Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962, serving all of Southwest Florida. Call 1-888-COLD-AIR or log on to conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Movember. What an interesting way to look at men's health through the lens of a mustache. You can start off clean-shaven and then proceed to grow your mustache as a way to celebrate men actually talking about their health. Yeah, talking. When it comes to erectile dysfunction, talking is a great start. When you talk about it, you're one step closer to solving it. The next step? Metro Men's Health. Call us today and schedule your free evaluation. And let's talk about your ED and how you, like thousands of men, can achieve consistent, longer-lasting results with the new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. So this Movember, grow your mustache for men's health, and then let Metro Men's Health help you grow your relationship. Mention mustache and get your evaluation free, $150 value. Call Metro Men's Health and schedule your free evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or metromenshealth.com.
Time's running out to win over $2 million from Publishers Clearinghouse. Enter at PCH.com, and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. The $2,500,000 mega prize is guaranteed to be awarded this December. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry if you want to win big. Enter now at PCH.com. Entries due 11/29. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you are here. 239-479-5592 is the talking text line. We stream live each and every day right here. If you want to watch, we appreciate it. YouTube is where we're at right now. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can subscribe to the channel. What else is happening? Well, let's put it this way. It's getting a little interesting out there when it comes to this election cycle and some of the things that are moving forward and some of the things that are happening that the media doesn't seem to want to attach themselves to. Because gaslighting is the word of the day, everybody. Let's remember something. The left in this country, the media, Democrats love to gaslight. They love to tell you everything that is going on, their reality, their truth, not the truth, and kind of push a narrative to the point where you won't have any other choice but to go along with what they say, especially when you consider right now that Attorney General Barr has authorized federal prosecutors to pursue what they consider to be substantial allegations by the Trump campaign of voting irregularities There have been many. Kayleigh McEnany brought them up yesterday in a press conference that we will play in its entirety. We will not cut it off or do anything of the sort. We will allow her to speak. So that is going to be coming up. There was one individual in particular who decided to resign yesterday as part of the Department of Justice's decision and Attorney General Barr. And you may find this fascinating. So that's going to be coming up. And what about the job that the media is doing? Are they pursuing any of the things that are being discussed by the Trump campaign? Or is that all just a joke right now to them because the gaslighting has already begun? Listen, the president-elect, Joe Biden, he's already talking to world leaders. He's already putting together a team of individuals who will be the transition and who's going to be in his cabinet. And this is a brand new day, and everybody's excited. What are you guys doing over there? We're over here. Come on this side. Why are you standing over? Come on over. Come on. You got to stop. You got to stop. You need to make your way over to our side because this is where the action is. This is where reality is. I mean, it's our reality. It's not the reality. But look, you got to stop over there. Stop standing there. No. We like standing there. And as a matter of fact, you're going to have to you're going to have to kind of lean over this way a little bit because you may be making your way over this way because it's not over. The media doesn't get to call it. And we'll talk more about that coming up. So there's a lot to get into. Certainly, I would love to hear your thoughts this morning, 239-479-5592. I want to remind everybody that 10,000 for the troops is taking place. We are in full effect. Is that, what's the term that we would use, Jake? What would the kids say? If you're moving forward, if something is happening and it's in full effect, is that what we say? Full effect? What do we say? What do the kids say? You have no idea what they say.
Yeah. I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to say. Jake, let me explain something about Jake, because a lot of people have been asking, because he's been too quiet for people.
It's because I'm back here losing my mind.
I know, he's absolutely, over this election, losing his mind. I don't go to his microphone or his camera as much as I used to, because he's literally losing his mind each and every day behind the glass. I can't do it, because I'm afraid to open the mic to see what he's going to say. He's almost completely out of control.
Perfect example of what I wanted to say, but I'm not going to say
Right.
it.
Don't say it. Just don't do it. Don't even do it now. Just stop. All right. 10,000 for the troops is going on. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Please text the word troops now, and you can get the address. We would love for you to help us out. 10,000 Christmas cards to our men and women serving overseas. We do it each and every year. Please, let's not forget about them. Please, I'm asking, please do not forget about our men and women serving overseas this Christmas season. It's so important that we remember under every circumstance, even the one we're in right now. And we appreciate it. We'll talk more about 10,000 coming up. Your calls on the way as well. All right, let's get to this. So the Attorney General has authorized federal prosecutors to check this out. We want to pursue these allegations, these substantial allegations they feel of voting irregularities from the 2020 election. The memo was directed to U.S. attorneys and other federal law enforcement officials. Talked about the strength of democracy of more than 140 million Americans casting ballots. But now that it's over, it's imperative that the American people trust the elections were conducted in such a way that the outcomes accurately reflect the will of the voters. Well, is that the case? Well, if you are right now someone who's jumping up and down about Joe Biden being the next president of the United States, and you think this is the most exciting day ever, and there is one campaign who is suggesting that there may be some irregularities in place, well, let me ask you this. What's your problem? Why are you not allowing all of this to take place? I mean, certainly, if you feel like this was a legit win, then by all means, canvass, audit, do all of these things. And we're going to explain auditing and canvassing coming up in a minute because the Washington Examiner had a great article because a lot of people are saying, well, what's the process here? What are we going to do? But if you have nothing to hide and there is nothing to worry about, then what are you worried about? Well, here's something that's interesting that happened overnight. In response to the Attorney General's decision, Richard Pilger, you may remember the name Richard Pilger. You may not. Richard Pilger was involved with the IRS targeting of the Tea Party and Lois Lerner. Remember Lois Lerner? Remember that beautiful face, that stone cold face there on Capitol Hill? Do you remember the IRS targeting of Tea Party groups, of you and I and others? Do you remember all of that? Remember, it never happened until it did happen, and then it wasn't Obama's fault, but it really was Obama's fault. It really wasn't. I mean, it has nothing to do with him. Yeah, so Richard Pilger was in the middle of justice. That's his gig. Well, it was his gig because he quit. Having familiarized myself with the new policy and its ramifications, I must regretfully resign from my role as director of the Election Crimes Branch. Is that weird? Does anybody find that strange? Your job, the reason why you have an income, the reason why you're able to pay your mortgage and feed your family and drive a car around and be able to pay for the insurance on that vehicle, and the reason why you leave your house every day and go to that office is because you work for the Department of Justice and you are the guy who oversees voter fraud investigations. And when Attorney General Barr says, you know what, we're going to have federal prosecutors, we're going to look into all of this to find out if it's legit, he turns around and he says he's out? Is it because the swamp is very real and very alive and in places that we forget about because the tentacles are so wide and deep? It just seems odd. The Attorney General met reportedly with Mitch McConnell on Monday. 40 Republican members of Congress sent a letter to the AG, want him to get down to the bottom of these fraud claims. Why not? So, a lot of odd things that are happening. But the time to get all of this done is starting to dwindle by the day, obviously. Remember, Al Gore had 37 days to figure out that he wasn't the president of the United States, even though the media told everybody that he was the president of the United States. It sounds really familiar. So there you go. Pretty interesting stuff. Now, what did Kayleigh McEnany have to say at a presser yesterday when the lawyers for the Trump campaign, General Counsel Matt Morgan, is talking about the suit that was filed in Pennsylvania in the U.S. District Court? He's explaining the lawsuit, and Kayleigh McEnany wanted to explain her thoughts and the campaign's feelings on what is happening, and we're going to get to that audio coming up. Let me go to Brian. He's in Fort Myers. Hey, Brian, how are you this morning?
Good. How are you doing?
I appreciate you waking up with this program. What's on your mind today?
I bet you're pretty excited. I'm just so excited about Joe Biden winning. It's unbelievable.
Are you?
He's coming to America.
It feels like a new day. It's a fresh, a bit of fresh air, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We just needed to get rid of Trump.
Yeah.
He was causing nothing but issues and trouble.
Really? Was he really?
Big bully. Oh, come on. Everybody knows it, man. Everybody knows it.
Like what? What did he? What were the problems?
He wouldn't negotiate with the stimulus package deal. He just everything.
He wouldn't negotiate with the stimulus package deal?
Yep.
Really? Is that what you think was going on there? There
was just more than that. I was just giving you.
All right. Go. Give me more. What's I wonder what, tell me, Brian, instead of telling me how awful Donald Trump is, why don't you tell me what kind of great things Joe Biden's going to do as president of the United States?
Oh, he's going to get COVID under.
Really? How? How's he going to get COVID under control? Tell me.
He's going to put the right people in there.
Who are the right people? What are the right people going to do? Tell me.
Just watch the news. You'll see what happens.
No,
I mean,
I'm
you
asking.
gotta
No,
watch
no,
the news.
Brian. I'm asking you. I'm not concerned about what the news says. I'm concerned about what you say because you're so happy it's a fresh new day today that Joe Biden's the president. I just trying to get to the bottom of what you think Joe Biden's going to do as president to get COVID under control.
It's a fresh new day that Trump is not in office.
No, Brian, stop. Seriously, let's get down to the issues. Please explain to everybody who's listening how Joe Biden is going to get rid of COVID.
He's gonna mandate everybody to wear a mask.
Really? Is there any proof that wearing masks, that every single person wearing a mask will get rid of COVID? Where's your evidence?
Yes, because if you sneeze, you don't blow it out.
No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you where's the evidence, the scientific, because he follows the science and the scientists. So where's the scientific evidence? Do you know where that exists? Is there any? Well, the answer is there's none. The answer is there's no scientific evidence that would prove that wearing a mask will stop you from getting COVID. There's plenty of examples of how people have been wearing masks and they still get it. So what else? Besides the masks, what else we have? Is that it? It's just masks? If we had a mask mandate?
Masks, and he's gonna do and tell everybody to be 6 feet apart.
That's his big plan. His big plan is everybody has to wear a mask and you all need to be 6 feet apart.
I don't know what he's going to do. But
Brian. God bless you, Brian. You should know. You should. You said, I don't know what he's going to do, but you should know what he's going to do because you just voted for him to be the president and you think that he's going to do something, but you have no clue what it is, but you voted for him and you don't even know what you voted for. That seems to be a problem, doesn't it? I mean, but Brian, let's be honest with each other. I appreciate, look, I understand that you dislike Donald Trump as president of the United States. I'm okay with that.
He's going to jail when he gets out.
Okay, all right, stop. Don't get carried away. I appreciate, I love that. I appreciate that you feel that way. Let's put Donald Trump, president of the United States, aside. You got to know what you're voting for, dude. You can't just hate on somebody and then not know what you're voting for. And you just proved to me that you don't know by telling me that Joe Biden's going to cure COVID.
He's gonna boom this economy like you've never seen.
Really? What was wrong with the economy before?
Most Americans have been out of work.
No, they haven't. No, the economy before COVID was
so much for black people. You're going to see amazing things happen.
Really? Okay. And by doing what?
Uniting everybody to be as one and get out there. And,
I never thought of that. Thanks for the call, Brian. I appreciate it. Love when he calls. More black people are going to work than ever before. You'll see, because he's going to tell everybody to get out there. That's the answer. Just get out there and unite as one. Whew. That was easy. Mel's in North Fort Myers. Mel, so that the black community is going to work more than ever before because Joe Biden's going to tell them all to get out there and just unite.
Yeah, and just in all seriousness, all LOL, JK aside, I get really irritated hearing white liberalism try to define my blackness like a Joe Biden, and I get sick and tired of my blackness being the downfall as if we already don't have jobs and we already don't have careers. I'm going to a job right now. I don't need Joe Biden for 47 years who's done nothing to tell me that hey, go get a job and it's time to go to work.
Yes, you do, Mel. Clearly you do. Clearly you just don't know. I don't know what we have to do to convince you. Maybe we have to sit and have a talk because you're not getting it, Mel. You're just not getting it.
No, they're not getting it. And like I said, that's becoming a nauseating thing and discussion about how people celebrated getting him elected, but getting nothing in return. Yeah. And that's all people should ever ask for is if you're going to collectively vote to get something in return for that vote. But that's a different conversation, Drew.
Yep.
I ain't got enough energy or enough alcohol in me right now to have that.
Where's your energy? Where's your energy this morning, Mel?
So my energy is just to run a theory by you real quick.
Right.
So is it possible that certainly these news organizations could be in coordination with one another. Shocker.
Yeah.
And that's why they called the presidential race so early, so they could get all of these people who are low-informed voters. God bless you, Brian. I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about you. But people like that to get all hokey-pokey and celebratory about Joe Biden when they knew that the election may have been riddled with fictitious votes or things like that, because if they were able to do that and get everybody all in the celebration, when the court cases come back, which will probably be in December, and it shows that Donald Trump is projected as the winner in some of these states and he gets reelected, it's going to cause an uproar. It's almost like they're trying to compel Donald Trump to concede, or they're running out stories saying Republicans are saying Donald Trump needs to secede or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyways, it's almost as if they're running out these stories saying, this top Trump advisor saying he needs to concede, without giving a name, that's what they typically do. But just real quick, so what I'm saying about that is the reason why they're asking them to do that is almost like an assistant suicide. Oh, well, you don't want to. Just go ahead and concede when there is still much to fight about. So they're trying to just make the case to tell other Republican voters, hey, well, even Donald Trump's top people are telling him to concede the race. I think that they knew and they know that there's fraudulent activity, but they're trying to compel people to accept an election result that's not existent, or it's something that is predetermined by their own merit. What do you think on that?
I don't think I would add anything to it. I think you nailed it, and I think it's exactly right. I think that until somebody proves otherwise, and you can talk conspiracy theory all you want because that's what the left does, it's clear that the left in this country figured out a way through mail-in balloting, which is the one way that you can compel fraud, especially if you're in a state where you're saying the ballots can come in 3 days later and they don't have to be postmarked or signatures don't have to be verified. What part of no signature verification and no postmarks makes you feel comfortable in the validity of the ballot? Asked many people, and the left won't answer. And to that point, that the media knew that the minute they called it, because we've been doing this for the longest time, that once the media calls it, everybody agrees with it for some reason, which now is in question. The media calls it. We gaslight everybody to the point where if you doubt the what everybody is telling you, then get ready because you need to board up your windows because we're gonna destroy every city.
And that's such a very valid point, Drew. And it's not as if I'm coming from, I'm not going to tell you who I even voted for. It might not even be who you think. But I'm not even coming from a perspective of Republican versus Democrat or red versus blue. I'm coming from a standpoint of having integrity and honesty
Thank you.
in this decision or this discussion, because you can't, in all honesty, say mail-in ballot, mail-in ballot, and then, it's okay. By the way, we got 40,000 extra votes here or 40,000 extra votes being counted, and which is interesting to say the least, because Biden was losing at 95% of the vote in Georgia, and then suddenly comes back and wins, and no one bats an eye. Yeah. And like I said, this isn't me going, I'm anti-Biden or I'm pro-Trump. It's not about that. It's just about saying, are we having a fair system, or did our system get rigged not by Russia, but by our own trusted media outlets because they are in conjunction with another party? And if they are, this is the worst case scenario for our country, not for Donald Trump, not for Joe Biden, but for our country.
Well, I agree. And that's where I've always stood rock solid on that foundation, which is I'm concerned about the integrity of the elections and the constitutional republic. I don't care about parties or people. I care about this country, and I care about the future, and I care about this now being the norm. And now all bets are off when it comes to future elections because a plan got put in place and it worked. And if that's the case, then how do we back up from it? Mel, I've got to go to break, but
Yeah,
listen,
no worries,
you know,
Drew,
I know you said you didn't, who you voted for may be different than what you expect. You wrote my name in, didn't you, Mel? I appreciate that. I'll tell you that I'm humbled, but it never happened.
I voted for Kanye.
Did you? Goodbye.
All
right, there he goes. Mel voted for Kanye. How's Kanye doing? Is he okay with the loss? I think he's getting ready for 2024, isn't he? Yeah, he is. All right.
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
Yeah. All right, 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Asian markets have risen for a second day. Investors are hopeful that a possible coronavirus vaccine might allow the world to revive manufacturing, shopping, and normal life. Early analysis of a Pfizer vaccine showed it was more than 90% effective. U.S. health officials have allowed emergency use of the first antibody drug to help the immune system fight COVID-19. The FDA cleared the drug from Eli Lilly for people 12 and older with mild or moderate illness. Chinese consumers are expected to spend tens of billions of dollars today on everything from fresh food to luxury goods. Singles Day is an annual online shopping festival. Wall Street was mixed on Monday. The Dow soared 834 points. The S&P 500 added 41. The Nasdaq lost 181 points. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Pam Puso, invested in you.
What's the perfect gift for every guy this holiday season? Untucked shirts. They're the comfortable, easy-to-wear styles every guy loves. That's because Untucked shirts are designed to be worn untucked, so they help guys to look sharp and feel comfortable. Who wouldn't love to unwrap one of our iconic button-downs and best-selling fabrics like super soft flannel, wrinkle-free cotton, and performance with stretch? Use code SHIRT20 for 20% off your next purchase at any Untucked store or at untucked.com. Untucked. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steve. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
A refreshing swim in your pool is just what you need in times like these. But do you know if your pool water is safe and healthy for your family and pets? Just because your pool is blue doesn't mean it's healthy. A poorly maintained pool can cause irreversible damage to your pool and equipment. Healthy Pools of Southwest Florida is a fully licensed and insured full-service pool company. Their experienced pool experts do it all: cleaning, repairs, leak detection, and more. And they'll always keep your heaters and pumps working their best. Their experts complete a 20-point checklist at each visit to assure well-balanced water and well-functioning equipment. They care about your pool and your family. That's why so many pool owners trust them. Call today for a free estimate, 425-0300. They'll keep your pool safe for your family and your pets. They look forward to serving you. Call Healthy Pools today, 425-0300. That's 425-0300. Or online at healthypoolsswfl.com. Healthy Pools is a for God and country company.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these three things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all three, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all three questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
Are your health insurance premiums making you sick?
Tim Cooper at Health Plan Network can help. Tim has helped countless individuals and families here in the Fort Myers area save 30 to 60% on health insurance with superior coverage. Tim recently saved a family of 4 $800 a month on their health insurance with a lower deductible. If you're uninsured, recently lost your job, on COBRA, or paying extreme rates for Obamacare or your work coverage, Tim will help you understand your options. If you meet the flexible guidelines for coverage, Health Plan Network will provide you with the best coverage at the lowest rates. Their goal is to give you peace of mind and the utmost in healthcare. Go to healthplannetwork.net and see for yourself. Or better yet, call Tim, an expert with 23 years of experience, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712. Go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, a premium personalized plan managed and designed by you, not the government.
Wink News traffic.
A crash on Daniels Parkway, just in front of the racetrack gas station. This is slowing traffic getting onto I-75. A long line of traffic there trying to work its way to the interstate. Heading out of Lehigh Gateway, I would avoid Daniels Parkway. If you're heading to 75, just stick to Colonial. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, as we go throughout the late morning into this afternoon, we will see a band of some scattered rain coming in from the south. Heavy rainfall possible, as well as some gusty wind. Temperatures in the mid-80s with those breezy conditions, with more scattered rain and breezy weather for Wednesday and Thursday. Few showers Friday, and then most areas are dry for the weekend. Not too shabby with a mixture of sunshine and clouds, as Ada stays just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, as next week will finally bring in another fall front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. You hear AC technicians with all kinds of fancy titles in advertising like comfort specialist, energy maintenance technician, comfort advisors, blah, blah, blah. So what's that all mean? It's simply a catchphrase for salesman who isn't an air conditioning mechanic. Real mechanics have real NATE certifications. And if your company doesn't employ NATE certified mechanics, you're getting a sales tech at your house for service. A NATE certified mechanic has been to real air conditioning school and is tested for competency. So you know that your mechanic actually knows how to fix your air conditioner and not just sell you stuff. It's easy to spot the difference. Just ask for their NATE ID. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
Hey, Mom, I'm here to drive you to your doctor's appointment.
Oh, we finished early.
What do you mean?
With my Humana Medicare Advantage plan, telehealth appointments with my doctor are covered.
Wow, that's great.
Well, that's human care for you. Humana wants its members to get the care they need, even at home.
Humana offers new ways to focus on your health at home. Because Humana isn't just health care, it's human care. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO, PPO, and PFFS organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomey.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
On the next Drew Barrymore show, Craft Week gets tough. Next, Drew.
The pressure's on.
With two crafty lumberjacks.
Let the crafting games begin!
And I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out!
Rebel Wilson!
Woo!
All new Drew.
Drew, today at 3 on Wink.
Hundreds of happy customers all across Southwest Florida have already gotten the full original base MSRP for their trade-in. It's not too late for you to do the same, but only if you come see us here at Naples Nissan. Yes, you can still bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yeah, so whatever it was worth back in 2014, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought it from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road so you can drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Hey guys, Dr. Amy here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic can help with that. And today we are talking about energy. So a lot of times people right now are coming in my office and saying, Dr. Amy, I just don't have any energy and I have no idea why. And a lot of people don't understand that oxygenation is super important to your energy levels, making sure you get enough oxygen to your tissues. And one of the things that can hinder your body getting enough oxygen is if you don't have proper lung supply, if you're not getting a deep enough breath. And the nerves at the base of your neck actually go directly to your lungs. And if there is a problem in your spine right there being out of alignment that's going to put pressure on the nerves that go to your lungs, means that your body's not going to get enough oxygen and you're not going to have enough energy. So if you're struggling with energy now and you think that it could be coming from your spine, call us at 239-628-4899. And always remember, your power is on.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. You can text the word troops to that number as well and get the address for 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Please do not forget about our men and women serving overseas. We do not want to forget about them, and we won't. And we are going to have lots of Christmas cards this year. I feel it. I think we're going to break records this year, the amount of cards we'll be able to send. Last year, of course, I made the trip personally to Germany to hand deliver those cards, and I can tell you personally that the expression was incredible. If you could see their faces, and actually, if you go to our Facebook page, you could go back in time and see some of the video and some of the pictures. It was an incredible trip. Speaking of incredible, before we get to the phones, Todd and Michelle, I see you're calling. We'll get to your calls in just a second. And also, I wanted to play some of the audio yesterday of Kayleigh McEnany just laying it all out for the American people about what is going on this election cycle and what is happening right now with the Trump campaign and some of the lawsuits that are moving forward and some of the questions that the media might want to ask, which they won't. But the American people, at least 71 million, do have a question. And she laid it out perfectly last night. So we'll get to that coming up. I'm a little worried because yesterday I talked to my mom. She's doing well. But she said that she bought, you ready for this, Jake? It's the... we're coming into the holiday season, right? We're getting ready for Christmas. I don't know about a lot of you, but my mom is excited getting ready for Christmas. Did you, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Please don't say Die Hard, because Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. What's your favorite Christmas movie? By the way, will you turn the light on behind you? Will you turn the light on behind you? I can't see you. Really?
It's because there's a 8-inch piece of glass in between.
Okay. Is it that thick? Okay. Your favorite Christmas movie is
Rudolph.
Okay, so Rudolph the not animated.
That or Peanuts, but we don't get to watch that this year without a.
Oh, all right, you got phones ringing. Okay. Here we just jumped up. So my parents' favorite Christmas movie is what's the one there? Shoot Your Eye Out. What is that? What's that one? It's the one that I'll shoot your eye out, kid. Oh gosh, it's the only one that I'm not a fan of. 239-479-5592.
They get their tongue stuck to the pole.
Yeah, that one. Can you text it to me, please? Can you text what it is, the name of that movie? It's, oh, man, I don't know. It's the one where you shoot your eye out. No, not Elf. I'll shoot your eye out, gets his tongue stuck to the pole there.
It's literally called A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story. Okay, thank you. Christmas Story. Thank you. Okay, got it. Thank you. My mom said, she said, you ready for this? This was, I'm not kidding. This was my conversation with my mom yesterday. She said, we're all excited. We're getting ready for Christmas here. It's going to be a fantastic year. I cannot wait. With everything's going on, that's all right. I'm getting all my food together so we can cook, right? The Feast of the Seven Fishes, you know. Okay. Your father and I bought a 4-foot lamp from Christmas Story. What I don't know what does that mean? What is a Christmas Story lamp? It's a giant leg with fringe around it in the shoe. It's 4 feet high. It's sitting in the corner of the room right now. Should I be worried about my mom?
That's actually pretty cool.
You think that's... She bought a 4-foot lamp that looks like a lamp in the movie, and it's a leg with
Never seen that? I know exactly what she's talking
a
about.
leg with a high heel and fringe around the... And I don't even want to tell you how much they spent.
$600.
Pretty stinking close. Like it wasn't that much, but it was 3 digits. I don't know what to say. I'm a little worried.
Where did they find it?
That's a whole other story. Apparently there's a store. It's lamplegsorus.net. I don't know what it is, but they found it. There was a local store that had it, and they somehow talked them down. And I don't... 239-479-5592. I just wanted to bring that up because I don't know anything about the leg. I don't know about this lamp. I don't know what's going on right now, but she bought this lamp, and it was a lot of money, and she's so excited about it.
Shouldn't you get 2, though?
239-479-5592. All right, Kayleigh McEnany yesterday, in case you missed it, by the way, Todd and Michelle, we'll get to your call in just a second. Kayleigh McEnany, press conference. You had the president's, the campaign's general counsel, Matt Morgan, talking about the suit that they filed in Pennsylvania in the U.S. District Court. And Kayleigh McEnany had some questions about what is going on this election cycle and certainly what is happening right now.
This election is not over.
Nope.
Far from it.
Nope.
We have only begun the process of obtaining an accurate, honest vote count.
Yep.
We are fighting for the rights of all Americans who want to have faith and confidence not only in this election, but in the many elections to come.
Yes, to come. That is everybody. That is Democrats and Republicans. We all want to have confidence.
There is only one party in America that opposes voter ID. One party in America that opposes verifying signatures, citizenship, residency, eligibility. There is only one party in America trying to keep observers out of the count room. And that party, my friends, is the Democrat Party.
Is she wrong? Where's she wrong? She's 100% right about that. And I just want to know from Democrats, and maybe you're listening right now, 239-479-5592 if you're a Democrat, what part of 3 days after an election, no postmark needed and no signature verification needed, do you feel is safe and secure? What part of that do you feel comfortable with? Unless the answer that you don't want to say out loud, but deep in your soul is the truth, is that if it helps your candidate win, you don't give a snot. Michelle's in Cape Coral. Maybe Michelle can help me out with this. I don't know, Michelle. What are you thinking?
Hey, good morning, Drew. How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
You know, I have to tell you, first of all, I've been living in the beautiful southwest Florida area of the Cape Coral city for about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm originally from Pennsylvania, born and raised. And I was one of those people that was a Democrat, all my life. It was almost a sin back in the Pittsburgh arena to not be a Democrat. I mean, if you were a Republican, where I came from, people looked at you like you had two heads. So,
all right, you had to be a Democrat. You had to be a Democrat and eat Promontis, right?
You had to be a Democrat to really get anywhere in life back in Pittsburgh for many, many years.
Yeah.
And I also had a lot to do, without getting into too much of my background. But let me just say this to you, Drew. I had a lot to do with Democrat campaigns.
Okay.
And so. It's kind of like this. Everybody is saying is, how did we get here in Pennsylvania? And, it's interesting because everybody just, basically said the big orange man, he's a creep. He's trying to call foul play before the election ever began. But nobody was paying attention. Nobody was watching closely behind the scenes what Pennsylvania was setting up and getting ready to do. And if you go back and you do a little research, and I would challenge everybody to do that, so that when you have all of these, the left liberal side saying that this is just Trump's people trying to stir the pot, trying to say that these things just don't exist, that is just not true. Pennsylvania positioned itself. It positioned itself in many ways to have changes in this particular election. Isn't that interesting? Because they were in court way before this election, and they were petitioning the courts to change the laws of the elections.
That's true.
So now what you have is you have your Attorney General, you have your Secretary of State in Pennsylvania, you have Governor Wolf. They're all saying, listen, the Constitution says that we, the legislators, we, the people of Pennsylvania, we are allowed to adopt our own laws in this election, which is true. However, I think the burden of proof, Drew, is going to be that is it constitutional?
Yeah.
Are some of these things that the laws changed in Pennsylvania, is it constitutional? And I think that, sadly enough, we can say anything we want to say, but this is going to I think personally that the United States Supreme Court, not the Pennsylvania federal courts, which a lawsuit is in the making right now. And by the way, that lawsuit where the Secretary of State has been sued and a lot of the elections, the supervisors of elections in certain counties, primarily Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania, are going to appear in federal court. And let me just say this to you, the judge that was assigned is a Barack Obama appointee.
Yeah.
So once again, we've got this cloud over top of this election process. But getting back to what I wanted to talk about originally was that because I was a Democrat for most of my life, up until 4 years ago, to be honest with you, I started thinking back significantly what changed in this election. What was so bizarre to me? Because knowing for so long how Democrat elections run, it was very peculiar when Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden were duking this out. The establishment did not want Bernie Sanders because of the socialism and the AOCs and on we go. But if people go back and start to research, and this is all I could say to anybody out there, don't go look at the media right now. Go back and research. Back in South Carolina's primary vote, Joe Biden was in 5th place going into that race. And I began to question what happened, because how could a candidate, in 5th place, running out of money, they were ready to fold right before this was going to be the race that was going to continue the campaign or close the campaign. Those machines, Drew, were all overhauled, and brand new machines were brought in right in time for the primary election of this 2020 election.
Yeah.
And
well, Michelle, listen, I'm looking at the time, and I've got to run, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot to digest with what you just said regarding not only Pennsylvania and your and how you have witnessed this all for yourself and what you've done, and certainly being a Democrat and looking at all of this, and then all the instances of what's going on in other states and the things that we have to look at, not only the overhauling of some of these machines, the questions about the software and all of these things that supposedly we're not allowed to talk about. We're not allowed to bring it up. But now the opportunity will be there in front of, hopefully, the Supreme Court. The opportunity will be there for the Trump campaign and the general counsel to make their case, to show what is going on. And the question becomes when we're talking about audits, when we're talking about canvassing, what does that mean? What does that look like? And how can audits and canvassing ultimately spell out a victory, possibly, for the president of the United States? And I think we all know how it would go after the fact, because the gaslighting has been strong. You must believe that Joe Biden is the president-elect. We are told that he's talking to world leaders already about certain issues. Well, hold on a second. Didn't General Flynn go to jail for doing the same thing? Logan Act. Are you allowed to do that? Oh, I mean, that's okay. Okay, that's another subject we'll get to. And then the other thing, too, is how the streets of America seem to be very quiet right now. Even after being boarded up, we were told that there was going to be chaos on the streets. There's no chaos. That speak volumes to who caused the chaos and who doesn't. Because certainly if things flipped, what kind of chaos would we see? Well, let's find out. If it's a fair election and we find out that it was not fair, and that changes some of the dynamics, including who is the president of the United States, and people are upset about that, 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Rush Limbaugh.
Environmentalist wackos. Last year, the Center for Biological Diversity, the Animal League Defense Fund, and the Defenders of Wildlife joined forces to oppose the border wall. Their lawsuit claimed that construction of the wall would harm plants, rare wildlife habitats, and coastal birds like the California gnatcatcher. A lawsuit also claimed that President Trump did not have the right to build the wall, despite a 1996 law giving the federal government authority to construct border walls and bypass environmental rules to get the job done. Now, back in February, an appeals court sided with the Trump administration. He could build the wall over the wackos' objections, and despite the California gnatcatcher. Well, this week, the Supreme Court weighed in by refusing to hear the case, meaning the appeals court decision siding with Trump stands. Now the only thing standing in the way of the wall is the money, the funding. And that problem could be rectified immediately if Republican gnatcatchers in Congress wanted it to happen. That's really what this is about. So keep a sharp eye. More than 75% of identity theft victims who had accounts opened in their name did not find out that they had been victimized from their bank or credit card company. Don't be like them. Get LifeLock identity theft protection. LifeLock sees certain threats that you could miss if you're only monitoring your credit and bank statements. Plus, if you are a victim of identity theft, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist dedicated to your case will work to fix it. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock looks out for you They constantly monitor transactions in the billions each week, looking for evidence your identity's been stolen and is being used without your permission. Join LifeLock now. Save 25% off your first year. Call 800-440-4833. Go to LifeLock.com. Use my name, Rush, as the promo code. That's LifeLock.com, promo code RUSH, for 25% off.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these three things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all three, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all three questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired, forgetful,
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Cool, okay, just checking.
and even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Trust.
Breaking news as we
You
begin
can always
tonight.
trust Wink News for the latest information.
Weather is the news tonight.
It can't be bought. It can only be earned.
In Fort Myers, Naples. Wink News now.
Over the past 65 years, as a local news leader, Wink has worked hard to achieve your trust. We're family owned. We're invested in Southwest Florida. We live here. We raise our families here. We are part of the community we serve. That's how we've built your trust. Trust Wink News. Weeknights at 6.
Next, Rachel.
Today we're starting the 12 days of Thanksgiving.
Small Thanksgiving dinner plans? No problem when you roll with these big flavors. And we're saying thanks for giving with a surprise that'll bring you to tears. Plus,
I miss the smells that fill your studio.
oh, what a happy day with Henry Winkler.
He digs guac. If there is no chip, there is a finger.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, this morning at 11 on WXCW.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. Your afternoon commute could be impacted by Vice President Mike Pence's visit to our area. He's expected to land around 5:15 this afternoon at RSW, then travel with his motorcade to Sanibel Island. Weather is putting a damper on a celebration for Southwest Florida heroes. The Cape Coral Veterans Day Parade set for tomorrow is canceled because of Tropical Storm Ada. They will honor local veterans next week with an event that is not open to the public. More space for you and your family at Lehigh Acres Parks. Lee County leaders are set to approve a design today that will bring 3 new football fields, more bathrooms, covered outdoor space, and pavilions and trails to the park. About 52 acres will be added to this park off Lee Boulevard. A killer is on the run this morning. People in an Englewood neighborhood are asked to come forward with any information. Charlotte County deputies say they found someone dead on Turner Street yesterday morning. We know the 911 call came from inside the home where the person died. If you have any information, please call deputies. And a final stamp of approval to make your commute easier. Today, Lee County commissioners are expected to approve a nearly $1 million contract to repave Burnt Store Road. This will happen between Kismet Parkway and Vincent Avenue. More relief for you to cover child care. Lee County is working with United Way to take care of your child if you're struggling to make ends meet. You can receive up to $3,500, but you have to prove you've lost income because of the pandemic. To find out how to apply, just head to the Wink News app. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
The crash on Daniels just in front of the racetrack heading to 75 is not majorly slowing traffic, so that is some good news, but those flashing lights still there, so you'll really have to reduce that speed heading to 75. Also, a crash reported in Lehigh at West 12th and Sunshine, slowing traffic on 12. This is a rollover crash, so you'll have to use lots of extra caution passing through this intersection. And we are starting to slow down in Collier on Immokalee Road, east and west between Logan and 951, just near Gulf Coast High. Slowdowns as well on Immokalee Road heading east towards the interstate. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, as we go throughout the late morning into this afternoon, we will see a band of some scattered rain coming in from the south. Heavy rainfall possible, as well as some gusty wind. Temperatures in the mid-80s with those breezy conditions, with more scattered rain and breezy weather for Wednesday and Thursday, few showers Friday, and then most areas are dry for the weekend, not too shabby with a mixture of sunshine and clouds, as Ada stays just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, as next week will finally bring in another fall front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases to increased orders to, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Plus, ask how to get a $250 prepaid card when you upgrade. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra subject to change. Prepaid card offer ends 11/15/20 and requires business internet 1 gig double play.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Is your pool a pain to operate? Automation is the answer. Use your phone to turn on your spa and it'll be warm when you get home. Free on-site evaluations. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
When everything around us has been interrupted, including playtime, work time, and downtime, friends and family are always there to help pick up the pieces. At Castilla Roofing, we are here for our community, our employees, and you. Keeping a roof over your head is our job, our headache, and our promise to you. Castilla Roofing, family owned and operated. Your satisfaction is our reputation.
Go to CastillaRoofing.us, that's CASTILLA, or call 239-465-2646. License CCC 1328615.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet Store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet Store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet Store.
1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, always on time or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844-1HOUR.
Time's running out to win over $2 million from Publishers Clearinghouse. Enter at PCH.com, and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. The $2,500,000 mega prize is guaranteed to be awarded this December. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry if you want to win big. Enter now at PCH.com. Entries due 11/29. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. There's the talk and text line. We stream live on YouTube for the time being. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. And let me say this, too. Parler. Yes. There are some friends that I have. There are some people that I know who I didn't realize lean so far to the left. Either that or they really have this problem with free speech and the president of the United States to the point where they think that Parler is something humorous. Like, go ahead and leave all of these other places like Twitter and Facebook. Go ahead. You want to go start this? No. Do you not understand why Parler is so important? At Drew Steele Radio, by the way, on Parler. You can follow me. Please do that. I've had this conversation numerous times. How do you not understand why Parler is so important? It's important because your freedom of speech will not be stopped, stifled in any way, shape, or form. It's not going to happen. Your free speech is alive and well on Parler, so please consider opening a Parler account. And I would do that today. I think Jake is doing it right now, as a matter of fact. Were you just doing that? Good for you.
No, I've already had one.
Oh, you have one already?
I've had one for like a while.
Oh, good. You want to tell everybody what your Parler handle is so that they know?
Jake the Millennial.
Oh, Jake the Millennial. All right. How could you miss that? All right, Jake the Millennial. Go follow Jake, and I am at Drew Steele Radio. Please follow me there at Parler. And I would suggest you do the same thing if you care about free speech. And look, it's more. It's not about making a statement. You know, some people are like, oh, they're just doing this Parler thing because it's making a statement that no. It's like we're going and we're staying. Like, this is about freedom of speech. This is about understanding what tech tyrants do, and we'll have none of it. Don't forget to text the word troops to 239-479-5592 if you would like to get the address on your phone for $10,000 for the troops this year. Those Christmas cards that you are going to send with that warm message inside for our men and women serving overseas. We do not want to forget about them, especially in a year where it is very easy to let something so important to fall through the cracks. With all the things that are going on and the craziness in this election cycle and with all the unknowns and COVID and the like, I would just implore you, please do not forget about our men and women serving overseas. $10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. All right, a lot of people are asking, well, audit, canvassing, what does this even mean? What are we doing here? Washington Examiner had an article on this, and I'm going to read some of this to you in just a minute. Also wanted to look at some of the other things that are happening. Lindsey Graham was describing how, hey, look at this, that he's learned about some potential ballot harvesting in Pennsylvania nursing homes. Really? 25,000 cases that are being looked at, as Pennsylvania remains a state that the president hopes to turn his way. And what is the information that Lindsey Graham has? Pretty interesting what he's talking about. I think it's important. Let's see if we have the audio on that. What is he saying? Where is that audio? Well, that's not it. I don't know what that is. Thought we had the audio for that. So Lindsey Graham is describing how there is concern about ballot harvesting. We've talked about this many times. Let's see is this it here? Let's see. All right, here we go.
I've got more information. We're now finding potentially that 25,000 nursing home residents in different nursing homes requested mail-in ballots at the exact same time. You can't ballot harvest in Pennsylvania. What are the odds that 25,000 people in different locations of the same age group requested at the same time a ballot? somebody is up to no good in these nursing homes. We don't need their permission to look into these allegations. We owe it to those who voted for President Trump and the country at large to test this system. If we don't deal with voting by mail in 2020, we'll never win the White House again.
Yeah, it's true. And this is the whole thing. Democrats love mail-in ballots because they can do what they did, throwing it out indiscriminately, not worrying about signatures, not worrying about postmarks. How can that possibly be in a place like Pennsylvania? How do they allow that to happen? Well, unless you're somebody who's all about, preserving the fraud that is possible within elections, then you don't have a problem with it. Yeah, I said that. I think you need to prove us wrong. I don't think in a lot of ways when it comes to the problems with voting mail-in ballots and the fraud that exists and how many times we've had examples of fraud going on. I think I can even, where was that one story? Wasn't it 1 in 5 ballots were rejected in the primaries in New York City? Those mail-in ballots, 1 in 5 were rejected. Really? Well, that seems like a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. You're saying that can't happen on a national level? Oh, yeah, it could. And if you don't, again, Lindsey Graham bringing up the point, if you don't do it now, if you don't examine it now, if you don't fix it now, it's never going to get better. And there's only going to be more problems. If you set the precedent now that this is acceptable, then we will see this happening for the longest time. We'll just wait to call states. By the way, people were asking about Real Clear Politics and how they changed and flipped Pennsylvania from blue to undecided. I don't think Real Clear Politics ever had Pennsylvania called. So I'm not sure about that. But the last I checked, they didn't have Pennsylvania called. But again, this is one of those situations where if you don't do it now, if you don't call it out now, and half the country, unfortunately, doesn't want to hear it. Half the country doesn't want to think about this, unless, of course, it was going against them, which they would have, they would be pitching a fit right now if it went against them. If Republicans and conservatives were up to dirty tricks and stealing elections, but they don't do that. The same way that Republicans and conservatives do not go onto the streets of America and loot and burn down buildings, right? I'm trying to think, do we have an example of any place in the country right now where that is taking place? You don't. You know why? Because it's not what we do. Because we care about the rule of law, because we care about morality, the moral side of someone who believes in the Constitution, that somebody who is a conservative, that they care about the morality that they were brought up with, that we don't burn things and destroy other people's properties. I know there are Democrats listening right now and say, how dare you say that? Are you suggesting that I was brought up to burn and loot and destroy? No, I'm not saying that at all, but I am questioning, politically speaking, where you stand if you don't have a problem with us examining whether or not something went down this election cycle, whether or not we could disinfect with some sunlight. Why do you have a problem with that? Maybe you're afraid of what you might find. But there's a great article in The Spectator, Freddie Gray. Deplorables don't riot. Trump supporters have not resorted to undemocratic tactics. We get to that coming up, but yeah, you don't see anybody burning buildings and tearing down the statues and doing things like that because they demand that their voice be heard and what they want that they get. On the conservative side, and Republicans don't do that. It speaks volumes, doesn't it? All right, auditing, canvassing. What is this all about? Canvassing is part of the state election certification process. It confirms every valid ballot cast is included in the final count. And the rules vary by state. After the canvass is complete, a state can consider an audit. An election audit is a review taken after the polls closed to see if votes were counted properly or the correct procedures were followed. A recount is a specific type of audit that involves the repeat tabulation of the votes to see if the initial count was accurate. This is usually only undertaken in a close election within a certain particularly narrow margin, often 0.5% or less. The margin rules and who pays for the recount can vary by state. So what is going on right now? The Washington Examiner with this article. Georgia officials have indicated that a recount is likely after the canvassing takes place. The Trump campaign is also seeking a recount in Wisconsin. Biden is currently ahead by a slim margin in both states after later counts pushed him over to the top. Trump initially led in both states on election night. Pennsylvania Republican leaders have called for an audit of the state's election results. There, too, Trump led on election night, but subsequent tallies of the state's early votes put Biden over the top. Quote, I have no knowledge of any voter fraud and I have no knowledge of any misdeeds other than the process by which the Department of State ran in this election, Pennsylvania Senate Majority Leader Jake Corman said on a Zoom call with reporters on Friday. Commonwealth does not allow officials to process early votes before Election Day. Trump campaign has alleged voter fraud in multiple states while also criticizing media outlets for being quick to call the states where Biden narrowly leads. Nevada whistleblowers have signed affidavits alleging irregularities favorable to Biden, who's ahead in the state by small margins. The Trump legal team also has made claims about dead voters, votes cast by people who no longer live in Nevada, and a Biden-Harris van filled with open ballots. Now, all of this to say, don't you want to know if it's true? Don't you want to know if they have the evidence? Do you care about the fact that the campaign has evidence and they want to take it to court? What's the big deal? We're going to find out what the big deal is soon enough. So there's your canvassing and auditing and where we will go next. And, you know, to the point of a couple of things, Kelly McEnany yesterday bringing up election integrity, and at the end of the presser with the general counsel talking about the lawsuit in Pennsylvania, the fact that the Attorney General of the United States, Bill Barr, has authorized federal prosecutors to pursue substantial allegations of voting irregularities, that she did make a point to the media, one that should be followed up.
Let me say one final thing. There were 682,479 ballots counted in Philadelphia, in Allegheny County, that there were no poll watchers allowed to watch. It's the job of the media to ask the question why, because all we are asking for is truth, transparency, and sunlight here. That is all we are asking for. And sadly, we are asking the questions many of you should.
Yep, that's right. The media should be asking those questions. Why did that happen? Why did 628,000 plus votes take place and were allowed to happen without any poll watchers? We watched it happen the day after. We watched it in front of our eyes. There are people that have signed affidavits to that effect. So we are going to make this process move forward. It is going to move forward in the courts. The courts will be able to talk about what they see and what they do not see based on the evidence. And everybody who's starting to talk about President-elect Biden and those individuals that need to sit back and accept this result. And what are the first 100 days of a Biden administration going to look like? And who are the people that we're going to... No. We're not ready for that yet. Thank you very much. But if enough gaslighting takes place by the media and by Democrats and some on social media to say, will you stop this? Joe Biden's the president-elect. The media told us so. Stop this. We need to heal. You need to accept the results. No, we don't. And you don't get to decide. And you need to stop with the whole 100 days. Let's see what's going on in the next. No. We don't have to worry about what a Biden administration is going to do yet. We may have to. We may dig into that. But now is not the time. And don't tell us that it is the time. Just sit back. All right. Peggy is in Naples. Hi, Peggy. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just wanted to give you a quick call to make you feel better about your mom.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Side.
Okay, so quickly, for those that don't know, last hour I brought this up. My mom, I had a conversation with my mom, and she was so excited to tell me yesterday. She said, in the corner of the living room right now is a 4-foot lamp from Christmas Story with a leg and the frilly thing on the top. It's beautiful. We got a great deal on it. I have no idea what she was talking about, and now people are sending me a picture of it, And I'm a little concerned that in the corner of my mom's house is a giant leg lamp with a frilly shade on the top of it. Go ahead, Peggy.
Okay. I'm assuming you never lived in Cleveland.
No, I've never lived in Cleveland.
Okay, the movie was filmed there, and there's actually a house there that's like a museum that has everything from the movie in it. It's a big deal in Cleveland. They have some big special thing every year before Christmas.
Oh.
But for people, I'm assuming your parents are boomers?
My parents are in their 80s.
Okay.
Does that make them
All
boomers?
right,
I don't
well,
even know.
No, it doesn't. But they would have been really into this movie as well because it's
they are obsessed. They're obsessed with. No, you don't understand. My dad is obsessed with this Christmas Story movie, the Shoot Your Eye Out movie. As a kid, we never watched it as a kid. This is just a recent phenomenon in the family.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I think before I hung up, my mom did say to me, "I don't know if you know this, but we're a big deal in Cleveland." She may have said that, Peggy. I'm not positive, but she may have said that.
In Cleveland.
Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, but for them and for my generation, I am a boomer.
Mm-hmm.
Ralphie, he was your brother. He was that kid that wanted that gun for Christmas so badly.
Yeah.
And his father was kind of a strange guy, but a good guy. And he, that lamp was his thing. He brings that home. And he has it in his living room and kind of freaks out his wife.
Yeah, well, that's me. Yeah,
bad.
now it's in my parents' living room, and I'm sure I'll be there soon. And
actually very innocent. And in a year like 2020, I think your parents just needed some fun, happy memories. Don't worry about her.
Oh, well, I always worry about my parents. Let's just put it this way: my mom and dad. I would love for every one of you to meet my mom and dad. There is no serious moment. There is absolutely everything is fun and crazy and silly, and that's been their whole life has been like that.
And your blessing.
Well,
so enjoy it, Drew.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them.
All right, I won't. Thank you for the call, Peggy. Yeah, that's my parents are like that. They're crazy. They're crazy, both of them, and everybody who knows them knows it in a good way. So it's a positive thing. Although the leg in the corner, I'm going to have to see. Now I see pictures of it, and it's woo. All right, 239-479-5592. We got Diane and Joe want to weigh in on the election. When we come back, we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Deplorables don't riot. Can we talk about that? Is that okay? So that's coming up. Also, some COVID news. Hey, guess what, everybody? Andrew Cuomo, the governor of the state of New York, is going to make sure that in no way, shape, or form will the Trump administration be able to administer this vaccine if it comes to play in the next few weeks before the end of the year. Because, Trump, and we want to save lives. No, I'm not kidding. His whole idea is we're going to save lives by denying people a vaccine in the next 2 months. And then Dr. Fauci chimed in as well. Pretty interesting. Is it possible that he parroted what the president has said all along? Like the president was right all along? We'll have that audio coming up, and we're right all along. It's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
You probably know Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau here, owner of D.R. Martineau Roofing of Southwest Florida. I've been repairing and replacing roofs for 27 years. We operate with integrity, knowledge, and service. Google DRM Roofing or call 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Rockstar Harley has over 300 Harleys on site ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to help get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Rockstar Harley.
On your credit and Sunday.
Trust.
Breaking news as we
You
begin
can always
tonight.
trust Wink News for the latest information.
Weather is the news tonight.
It can't be bought. It can only be earned.
In Fort Myers, Naples. Wink News now.
Over the past 65 years, as a local news leader, Wink has worked hard to achieve your trust. We're family owned. We're invested in Southwest Florida. We live here. We raise our families here. We are part of the community we serve. That's how we've built your trust. Trust Wink News. Weeknights at 6.
Next, Rachel.
Today we're starting the 12 days of Thanksgiving.
Small Thanksgiving dinner plans? No problem when you roll with these big flavors. And we're saying thanks for giving with a surprise that'll bring you to tears. Plus,
I miss the smells that fill your studio.
oh, what a happy day with Henry Winkler.
He digs guac.
If there is no chip, there is a finger.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, this morning at 11 on WXCW.
Southwest Florida is open for business and ready to welcome the 48th Annual Fort Myers Boat Show, November 12th through the 15th. 48 years in downtown on the Caloosahatchee, showcasing the very best in boats and boating products. Stretching along the river from Centennial Park to the newly opened Calusa Sound Convention Center and the City Yacht Basin, it's the most complete showing of boats, boating products, and all things marine. See, compare, and buy everything that's new in boating, from skiffs to fishing boats to cruising boats to luxury yachts. There's a boat for everyone, plus all the gear and gadgets boaters love. Take a break at a variety of downtown bars and restaurants, including the beautiful new Luminary Hotel that overlooks the show. There's plenty of room to stroll around in comfort, and they're ready to assist visitors to maintain social distancing and safety standards to make your day at the show safe and enjoyable. Don't miss boating's biggest showcase, the Fort Myers Boat Show, November 12th to the 15th. Visit FortMyersBoatShow.com for tickets and complete details.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at SavingTheInvestor.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. We're going to get to your calls coming up. Diane and Joe, and is an open line right now, 239-479-5592. 10,000 for the troops is happening. You better believe it. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. And if you want to text the word troops right now, you can get the address so that you can send that Christmas card for our men and women serving overseas. Please, let's not forget about them. More details on that coming up. Also, a little bit more on something that Lara Logan had out there about what CNN said yesterday and the comparison of Donald Trump.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Heroes nowadays can be anyone. And no, they don't have to fly, or have X-ray vision, or superhuman strength. See, in Naples, Our heroes wear masks. They practice physical distancing. They wash their hands regularly. NCH Healthcare System and the City of Naples are counting on you to be a hero and wear a mask. Because in Naples, all heroes wear masks.
When you think RV, think La Mesa RV. Our everyday low price is posted on every RV. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. From sporty Mercedes-powered motorhomes to luxury diesel pushers, every RV in stock is discounted. If you've been thinking about the RV lifestyle, think La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers or lamesarv.com.
Do you need help caring for an aging loved one? Get the support you need to keep them safely at home with Hope PACE, a program of all-inclusive care for the elderly. Hope PACE helps seniors as well as their caregivers and families. They provide medical care, transportation, and support by phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call them today at 239-985-2499 or visit hopepace.org. That's 239-985-2499 or hopepace.org.
The Diamond District has the largest selection of GIA certified diamonds at the most competitive prices in the world. Jason and Todd have partnered with De Beers in Canada and Africa, and they've traveled to Israel, Antwerp, and India to select the most beautiful diamonds. Visit the Diamond District today for your best diamond buying experience.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. Your afternoon commute could be impacted by Vice President Mike Pence's visit to our area. He's expected to land around 5:15 this afternoon at RSW, then travel with his motorcade to Sanibel Island. Weather is putting a damper on a celebration for Southwest Florida heroes. The Cape Coral Veterans Day Parade set for tomorrow is canceled because of Tropical Storm Ada. They will honor local veterans next week with an event that is not open to the public. More space for you and your family at Lehigh Acres Parks. Lee County leaders are set to approve a design today that will bring 3 new football fields, more bathrooms, covered outdoor space, and pavilions and trails to the park. About 52 acres will be added to this park off Lee Boulevard. A killer is on the run this morning. People in an Englewood neighborhood are asked to come forward with any information. Charlotte County deputies say they found someone dead on Turner Street yesterday morning. We know the 911 call came from inside the home where the person died. If you have any information, please call deputies. And a final stamp of approval to make your commute easier. Today, Lee County commissioners are expected to approve a nearly $1 million contract to repave Burnt Store Road. This will happen between Kismet Parkway and Vincent Avenue. More relief for you to cover child care. Lee County is working with United Way to take care of your child if you're struggling to make ends meet. You can receive up to $3,500, but you have to prove you've lost income because of the pandemic. To find out how to apply, just head to the Wink News app. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
A deadly crash in LaBelle at Phillips and Palm Beach Boulevard is shutting down one right to westbound lane, and traffic is slow from this, so about 1 mile of a backup. A crash at Palm Beach and Buckingham Road, causing a quarter-mile slowdown on Palm Beach heading west to Buckingham Road. Also delays northbound on Buckingham Road. My commuters on the interstate, we are still up to speed heading to and from Lee and Collier. There is a crash on Daniels Parkway, and this is just near I-75 as they're heading west of Tree Line to the interstate. No major backups here, but really reduce that speed. The trip to the minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, as we go throughout the late morning into this afternoon, we will see a band of some scattered rain coming in from the south. Heavy rainfall possible, as well as some gusty wind. Temperatures in the mid-80s with those breezy conditions, with more scattered rain and breezy weather for Wednesday and Thursday, few showers Friday, and then most areas are dry for the weekend, not too shabby with a mixture of sunshine and clouds, as Ada stays just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, as next week will finally bring in another fall front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right. All along.
Hey, it's Jake Demolino here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission. That was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO Bonita Springs, 239-992-2626, 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake DeMillennial for AMCO Bonita Springs.
And now a word from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Across the country, there has been a major increase in the number of back and neck pain cases. Most researchers attribute it to a decrease in the amount of activity people have been getting. This leads to pinched or compressed spinal nerves. These same nerves go down into people's legs and arms. I've especially noticed this among those with stenosis, arthritis, or bulging herniated discs. This pain, weakness, or numbness should not be ignored. Action needs to be taken. If you suffer from one of these conditions, or even scoliosis or neuropathy, it's important to get your condition correctly diagnosed and treated. At Johnston Spinal Care, we treat these conditions non-surgically, without needles or medications, using spinal decompression, completely safe and painless. Call today for a no-charge telephone consultation or MRI review. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
You find yourself searching for a reputable air conditioning company?
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
I'm Crystal Casey with Brett Air Conditioning. For over 45 years, our motto has been, don't sweat, call Brett. We are a family-owned business with a great reputation. Whether your AC needs maintained, serviced, or replaced, we are here to serve you. So stop searching and join the Brett Air family today. You can find us online at brettairconditioning.com or call us at 239-566-3633. 239-566-3633.
If you don't love your AC company, call Brett Air right now. Find them online at brettairconditioning.com or like them on Facebook.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995. Fort Myers Boat Show runs November 12th through the 15th. This year features an utterly amazing powered patented catamaran. The 11-foot Craig Cat has big boat features such as comfortable side-by-side seating, a fantastic stereo system, great lighting, bimini top, and many other accessories that'll fit your style of boating. Quality that'll knock your socks off. Plus, it's a lot of fun and easy to operate. Visit Craig Cat at the Fort Myers Boat Show booth 103, online at craigcat.com or call 1-833-CRAIG-CAT.
Hey, Mom, I'm here to drive you to your doctor's appointment.
Oh, we finished early.
What do you mean?
With my Humana Medicare Advantage plan, telehealth appointments with my doctor are covered.
Wow, that's great.
Well, that's human care for you. Humana wants its members to get the care they need, even at home.
Humana offers new ways to focus on your health at home. Because Humana isn't just health care, it's human care. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO, PPO, and PFFS organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. You've been holding patiently. I'll get to your calls coming up, Diane and Joe. Naples, we've got an open line right now, 239-479-5592. Streaming live for the time being on YouTube. Anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, please subscribe to the channel. And also, don't forget to go to Parler. Do yourself a favor. Go to Parler. I am at Drew Steele Radio. Please look me up there on Parler and follow me there. And do yourself a favor and open up a Parler account. Don't wait. Don't let tech tyrants, don't let these people dictate what your speech can and cannot look like. Go someplace where free speech is open and there for you. And listen, if you don't like that there are people that are leaving places that will censor your speech, well, I'm sorry. Don't you understand? They have to do this kind of thing because of all this false news and fake stuff that's going out. Really? There's a lot of censoring going on right now. And it's really interesting because with all the censoring that is happening, that we all witness, and you've probably met a person or two who can tell you about, on Twitter, for example, the loss of followers, the ghosting where you'll post something and nobody will respond. And it's just like, well, hold on a second. Not one single person's going to respond. And it's happened to the best of us, them. And the calls for healing. You know, I love how my friends on the left, my friends who dislike this president and will do anything and everything they can to ensure that he is no longer in office so that we can have peaceful times. You know, so that we can have people tell us what to think and what to do without repercussion. In other words, hey, accept the fact that Joe Biden's the president of the United States, and we won't burn down your city. Boy, did that sound harsh. How dare you say something like that? Well, I'm asking you, where am I wrong? 239-479-5592. Seriously, where am I wrong? We don't have a bunch of deplorables on the streets right now looting and tearing down statues and burning buildings and doing all of those kind of things because that's not what we do. Yeah, you do that on the left. That's what you do. It's almost as if you're doing it to let everybody know that we know that you don't do it. We know that as conservatives and Republicans and half the country, we care about the rule of law. We care about morality in this country. We care about the integrity of elections, and we don't riot on the streets and do things like that. And we're going to take advantage of that. And because we know you won't, we will, to scare the living out of you so that maybe if enough people tell you that we got to talk about the first 100 days of the Biden administration, what's it going to be like with Joe Biden in Joe Biden's world? The pandemic is over. There's a COVID vaccine now. Isn't it amazing that Joe Biden is going to be the president-elect? And just like that, all of a sudden, it looks like there's vaccines and 90%, and it has nothing to do with Trump at all. No. We can't give him any credit. On the heels of healing, that was really weird. We have this. Anderson Cooper, CNN yesterday, with some of his liberal guests. Anderson Cooper says this, and I want you to listen to what he says about the president, and then I want you to ask yourself, where's Joe Biden? You ready? Listen to this.
In the mid-'90s, I think it was like 96, I was in Kinshasa in the waning days of Mobutu, and Mobutu was a pretty awful dictator. And when he finally fled the country and the rebels were moving to take the capital, his son drove around in a pickup truck with a machine gun and settling scores with people he felt had not been supported enough with Mobutu. Thankfully, it hasn't come to that here, but I can't believe we're in a situation where a transfer of power is not. I can't believe we are in this situation here. It just seems so petty. And I know it's about Georgia, and I know it's about setting up grievance politics that will perhaps allow him to run in 4 years.
Grievance politics. So CNN's Anderson Cooper goes on the air, unchallenged by anybody, not even the network, talking about Trump as a dictator where, if you're going to look at this in reality, There were dictators whose family members went around shooting people dead and settling scores with machine guns. And why can't Donald Trump just leave? Why can't he accept this election? Why can't you? That's an outrageous statement. That is unbelievably out of bounds. Where's Joe Biden? Shouldn't Joe Biden be stepping up right now and going, oh, guys, we need healing right now. And I've talked about healing. Actually, it would be more like, hey, some mashed potatoes. What's going on? Okay, sorry, that's not fair. It's factual, but not fair. But Joe Biden, somebody should be saying, yeah, you need to tamp that down a little bit. Maybe you should stop talking like that because Joe's all about healing the nation. The guy who talked about all deaths being from COVID, that Trump's responsible for those. Yeah, that healing guy. It's
we choose truth over facts.
Oh, can't wait for the next 4 years if that guy's running the show. How about you? Look, that whole thing is a lie. The lie being perpetrated by Democrats and the left is that they have no interest, zero, not a zilch, however you want to say it. They have no interest in healing the country. What they have an interest in is you listening to everything that they say. When the media right now tells you that Joe Biden's the president-elect, oh, you better accept this. When Joe Biden, we are told, oh, this is good. Wait, I'm going to get to your calls in a second, but I have to play this audio. Oh, well, wait, I'll wait. But when we're told that Joe Biden's already making calls to world leaders to talk, well, wait a minute, hold on a second. Number one, the election's not over. Number two, isn't that the same thing that they put General Flynn in, that they convicted him on, is the Logan Act? And you might want to slow your roll there, Joe. But no, it's a Democrat. Everything's cool. When they do it, it's fine. You'll do what we say. We're going to gaslight you until you follow along, until you're good little citizens, pat on the head. And don't touch my hair. Don't touch my head and don't touch my hair. Right, Jake? How many times have I said that to you, right? Have I said that to you at all? Remember when I said that to you? Have I ever said that to you? Don't touch my hair?
Yeah.
I did?
No, you didn't.
No, I haven't. You never touch my hair. Because you know better. Exactly. Don't pat me on the head. All right, let's go to some calls because people are waiting patiently. Look at Diane. Diane's in Fort Myers, and I don't know how much more patient she could possibly be. Diane, is that you? Hi, Diane. It's true. It's me. Is that you?
Hi, Drew. How you doing?
Hi, I'm here. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Can you hear me?
It's the second time. Yes.
Okay. I absolutely believe that Trump will win.
Okay.
And the reason why he will win is because the first time we have a candidate that won't just challenge the number of votes, which usually includes the fraudulent votes, but challenging the fraudulent votes. And why does this happen? It happens because the Democrats have gotten away with it for decades. No one has had the guts to call it like it is. They cheated with the validity of the votes. And why are they afraid? They are afraid because they will be targeted by the Democratic government. Obama did it with the IRS. We all know that. We have Hortensio Cortez out there talking about the list, which we all know exists. People are afraid of the Democrats. They act like communists, which is really what they are.
Yeah, well, they're putting together lists of, enemies lists and kind of a little black book to check who out there supported the president. And maybe we might be doxing your house, and can't wait to see what they're going to do to me. And others.
The other problem is the Democrats are not only looking at 2024, they are already in 2028. The Republicans are always on the defense. The Democrats are on the offense. I know it.
Yeah.
We have to be more diligent in the future, not just immediate now, because all the things that went on, the riots, the impeachment, that was all a diversion to take us away from what's going to happen in the election, so we were not totally prepared.
Diane, that was the rioting and everything, the boarding up of buildings downtown in places like Philadelphia and Detroit and all these major metropolitan cities. I'm really embarrassed by all the Republicans and the And the conservatives right now that have been out on the streets for days, burning buildings and looting property, and I would think better of them. Aren't you embarrassed?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Very embarrassed.
No. Wait. No, that was a. Sorry, Diane. I'm sorry.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm joking. Right, I'm joking.
Not
of course.
Not one out there. They're not even holding a match, let alone burning down a building.
Well, yeah, there's not a very good point, Diane. There's nobody's even holding a match right now. It's like there are people literally on the streets in Philadelphia going, I'm not even going to light this match because I'm really afraid that wood that is boarding up that building might catch. And so I'm not going to do that. Here's Joe in Naples. All right, we got we got like a minute, Joe, before we go to Drew's College of Political Knowledge, and I've got to get to it today. So, Joe, tell me what you got.
Yeah, Drew, thanks for having me on.
Yes,
I'm just a beginning listener to conservative talk radio, but I have not heard anybody consider I wouldn't say fact, but consider that maybe this all started in 2019 or earlier, with the Democrats knowing that they could manipulate the mail-in votes and all these absentee votes. Why not get with the Chinese and release a virus that forces everybody inside so that they have to vote by mail? The only thing is, half of our nation didn't go inside, and
we just
any way they wanted. Nobody's considered that.
Now, wait a second, Joe. Hold on a second. What would ever make you think that a Democrat Party in charge, or even within the swamp, or even others, would even remotely think that they could do something or would do something to subvert the will of the American people? Like, for example, I'm just going to throw something absolutely ridiculous out there, Joe, so that you can kind of hold on to this.
Sure.
Are you suggesting ever that, I don't know, I'm going to make something up really ridiculous. Are you suggesting that we would ever have a time where an administration, a president might weaponize the federal government against an American citizen doing something like, I don't know, I'm going to come up with something ridiculous, making believe that one candidate is in league with Russia? Are you making that suggestion, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm just checking. Yeah.
More likely a president-elect that is in league with a foreign nation.
I think and Joe, listen, I've got to run, but I appreciate your call, and you can call anytime. Thank you so much. We're going to do Drew's College right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, but I will say this. For everybody who's out there screaming, and conspiracy theories, this is a conspiracy, that's what I'm telling you. All of this is conspiracy. Every single one of you, just accept it, just accept. You've given us a lot of reason to believe in what you call conspiracy theories to be factual when the evidence comes out and all of these things that have gone on, and it's been pretty awful. All right. Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD. I know I'm looking at the computer right now. What was that just happened? The computer just winked at us and basically just, oh, look at that. What is it doing? Did it come back? It came back. It was like a little blink, and then it just kind of, and then it went away, and then it came back again, and it's back. All right, 239-479-5592. Call right now. Caller number 5. You'll play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. I have a little bit of fun this morning, and we'll do this coming up. Let's find out what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Here's Sabrina Katz.
We are slammed on the Midpoint Bridge heading into Fort Myers. The delay starts all the way from Del Prado into Fort Myers to Colonial. So if you want to avoid this, you can hop on the Cape Coral Bridge. Guys, it's fully up to speed, a much quicker option. Also, a crash in the Cape at Chiquita, and Beach Parkway is slowing traffic southbound on Chiquita heading to Cape Parkway. I-75, we are still up to speed for your Tuesday morning heading to and from Charlotte and Collier County. In Collier, delays on Airport Pulling heading south to Radio Road. Also, a touch of slow traffic on the East Trail as you're heading eastbound to 951. The trip to the minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Eta for today is going to stay just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, but we still have the opportunity for some scattered rain and breezy weather as high temperatures top out in the mid-80s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired. forgetful.
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Cool, okay, just checking.
And even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
When the unexpected comes calling, bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds of up to a gig. Bounce forward with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. To learn more, go to ComcastBusiness.com.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Riedel, your host of The Drive here. Let's talk about advancements in cataract surgery offered to you by France Eye Care. Now, we've recently talked about the light adjustable lens. That's a lens designed to enhance the results of your cataract surgery. What it does is allow patients to have changes made to the lens non-invasively. And again, that comes after cataract surgery. But question for you, how would you like to achieve an even greater range of focus, better night vision, maybe clearer distance vision? Well, France Eye Care is introducing the Vivity lens for cataract patients. Dr. France is the first surgeon in Southwest Florida to bring you this technology. So give Dr. France and his team a shout today. They will guide you through the process of choosing the right lens for you. And with decades of experience, France Eye Care is a team of surgeons you can trust.
Friends, I care.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Don. Don's in Fort Myers. Good morning, Don.
John.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Yeah, my friends call you Don. All right, it's Drew's College.
That's my nickname.
It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree. Question starts right now. Hey, John, do you remember Ronald Reagan was president of the United States, right? Certainly you do.
Yes, I do.
Do you remember he was a governor of a state before that? What state was he the 33rd governor of?
Believe it or not, California.
California, that's correct. All right, you got an associate's to see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. 1865, Lee surrenders to Grant at Appomattox Courthouse. What did that end?
Civil War.
That is correct, sir. Got a bachelor's to see if you get a master's degree on this question. In 1998, this person was the vice president of the United States. Who was the vice president of the United States in 1998?
Al Gore.
Al Gore. That's correct, sir. Sounded like you grunted. I guess if you say Al Gore fast, it does sound, yeah. All right, you got a master's to see if you get a PhD on this question. Who was the only president to serve more than 2 terms?
Lyndon Johnson.
No, it was FDR. FDR. All right, listen, but you did well there, Don. You got yourself a. It's okay to say you got a master's degree today on Drew's College. So why not stay right there? You'll get to talk to Jake, and we will do this again tomorrow, 7:50. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. All right, coming up, more of your phone calls on the way. Also, we'll talk about the Attorney General is authorizing federal prosecutors to pursue substantial allegations of voting irregularities. What are they? We'll talk about that. By the way, a top DOJ fraud investigator quit. Why? Why did he quit yesterday? Oh, the answer is obvious when you hear it.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
At Conditioned Air, we aren't trying to fix or sell all things under the sun. We're very focused on one thing, your comfort in your home and office. We've had this focus for over 58 years now. Our team is nearly 400 strong, and each team member's desire is for your total satisfaction with our services. Southwest Florida weather can take a toll on your air conditioner, so when you need us, we're here to take care of the issue quickly and safely so you can get on with your day. Conditioned Air offers planned maintenance programs, emergency service, replacement systems, and indoor air quality products to keep you comfortable all year long. You can count on the people of Conditioned Air. We don't push unnecessary parts and equipment on you, which means no high pressure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Since your comfort is essential, call Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962, serving all of Southwest Florida. Call 1-888-COLD-AIR or log on to conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
It's our November clearance event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. No reasonable offer refused on any new Kia in stock. Select models with no interest financing for 75 months. All new 2021 Kia Telluride LX lease, just $319 per month. That's right, the hottest SUV in America for just $319 per month. All new 2021 Kia K5 GT line sports sedan lease, $149 per month. Yes, $149 per month. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval. $13.33 per month for 1,000 borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. Your afternoon commute could be impacted by Vice President Mike Pence's visit to our area. He's expected to land around 5:15 this afternoon at RSW, then travel with his motorcade to Sanibel Island. Weather is putting a damper on a celebration for Southwest Florida heroes. The Cape Coral Veterans Day Parade set for tomorrow is canceled because of Tropical Storm Ada. They will honor local veterans next week with an event that is not open to the public. More space for you and your family at Lehigh Acres Parks. Lee County leaders are set to approve a design today that will bring 3 new football fields, more bathrooms, covered outdoor space, and pavilions and trails to the park. About 52 acres will be added to this park off Lee Boulevard. A killer is on the run this morning. People in an Englewood neighborhood are asked to come forward with any information. Charlotte County deputies say they found someone dead on Turner Street yesterday morning. We know the 911 call came from inside the home where the person died. If you have any information, please call deputies. And a final stamp of approval to make your commute easier. Today, Lee County commissioners are expected to approve a nearly $1 million contract to repave Burnt Store Road. This will happen between Kismet Parkway and Vincent Avenue. More relief for you to cover child care. Lee County is working with United Way to take care of your child if you're struggling to make ends meet. You can receive up to $3,500, but you have to prove you've lost income because of the pandemic. To find out how to apply, just head to the Wink News app. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
We are slammed on the Midway Bridge heading into Fort Myers. The delay starts all the way from Del Prado into Fort Myers to Colonial. So if you want to avoid this, you can hop on the Cape Coral Bridge. Guys, it's fully up to speed, a much quicker option. Also, a crash in the Cape at Chiquita, and Beach Parkway is slowing traffic southbound on Chiquita heading to Cape Parkway. I-75, we are still up to speed for your Tuesday morning heading to and from Charlotte and Collier County. In Collier, delays on Airport Pulling heading south to Radio Road. Also, a touch of slow traffic on the East Trail as you're heading eastbound to 951. The trip to the minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, as we go throughout the late morning into this afternoon, we will see a band of some scattered rain coming in from the south. Heavy rainfall possible, as well as some gusty wind. Temperatures in the mid-80s with those breezy conditions, with more scattered rain and breezy weather for Wednesday and Thursday, few showers Friday, and then most areas are dry for the weekend, not too shabby with a mixture of sunshine and clouds, as Ada stays just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, as next week will finally bring in another fall front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
When you think RV, think La Mesa RV. Every RV is posted with our everyday low price. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. A new Fleetwood Discovery LXE diesel pusher, number MR2495, is discounted over $101,000. If you're thinking it's time to check out RVs, think La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers, or LaMesaRV.com. All advertised prices plus tax tag title and $9.95 dealer fee. Offer expires day of ad.
A refreshing swim in your pool is just what you need in times like these. But do you know if your pool water is safe and healthy for your family and pets? Just because your pool is blue doesn't mean it's healthy. A poorly maintained pool can cause irreversible damage to your pool and equipment. Healthy Pools of Southwest Florida is a fully licensed and insured full-service pool company. Their experienced pool experts do it all: cleaning, repairs, leak detection, and more. And they'll always keep your heaters and pumps working their best. Their experts complete a 20-point checklist at each visit to assure well-balanced water and well-functioning equipment. They care about your pool and your family. That's why so many pool owners trust them. Call today for a free estimate, 425-0300. They'll keep your pool safe for your family and your pets. They look forward to serving you. Call Healthy Pools today, 425-0300. That's 425-0300. Or online at healthypoolsswfl.com. Healthy Pools is a for God and country company.
Trust.
Breaking news as we begin
tonight. You can always trust Wink News for the latest information.
Weather is the news tonight.
It can't be bought. It can only be earned.
In Fort Myers, Naples. Wink News now.
Over the past 65 years, as a local news leader, Wink has worked hard to achieve your trust. We're family owned. We're invested in Southwest Florida. We live here. We raise our families here. We are part of the community we serve. That's how we've built your trust. Trust Wink News. Weeknights at 6.
Next, Rachel.
Today we're starting the 12 days of Thanksgiving.
Small Thanksgiving dinner plans? No problem when you roll with these big flavors. And we're saying thanks for giving with a surprise that'll bring you to tears. Plus,
I miss the smells that fill your studio.
Oh, what a happy day with Henry Winkler.
He digs guac.
If there is no chip, there is a finger.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, this morning at 11 on WXCW.
To Fox News.
Time's running out to win over $2 million from Publishers Clearinghouse. Enter at PCH.com, and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. The $2,500,000 mega prize is guaranteed to be awarded this December. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry if you want to win big. Enter now at PCH.com. Entries due 11/29. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line for the time being. Streaming live on YouTube. Anytime you want to watch YouTube or Facebook, we're there at in both places at the same time. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. When you subscribe, it'll help to keep us going, and we look forward to hearing from you as well, seeing your messages popping up on both Facebook and YouTube, so we appreciate that. Text the word troops to 239-479-5592 so that you can get your Christmas cards ready for our men and women serving overseas. Please, I'm imploring you, do not forget about our men and women in the armed services serving this country this Christmas season. I can tell you from experience being in Germany at Ramstein last year, the joy, the expression on people's face when they knew that you were sending cards, and I hand-delivered them last year, to know that we are thinking about them during Christmas, it means a lot. And many of them are not going to see their families, and it's important that we do not forget. So please don't. Text the word troops to 239-479-5592. You'll have the address right there on your phone. So when you're ready to send them, your church, school, organization, just you, maybe even in your community getting together. So we appreciate you getting those cards out sooner rather than later. The deadline this year, I believe, is December 5th. So it's a quick turnaround. And we want to get as many as possible, hopefully getting to 10,000 and then some. Let's make it the biggest year ever. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Go to Parler. Do yourself a favor. Be about free speech. Be against those that would take away and censor your speech. Go to Parler. At Drew Steele Radio is where I am, and so you can follow me there. I would implore you once again to back free speech in this country, please. So Parler is the place that you can go to right now. Speaking of right now, I was walking through the newsroom and I noticed how all the talking head morning shows all talking about COVID vaccine. It's amazing how as soon as Joe Biden became the president-elect, according to the media, because, they're the ones that make the decision. Yeah, they're not. But anyway, that's besides the point. Gaslighting you to no end. You got to go with the new administration. Forget about Trump. That's an old thing. That's old hat. Come on now. Get with the program, everybody, or else we might burn a city down or two. And your house may be attached to that city. Oops. But anyway, I digress. Big talk about the COVID vaccine. And, man, this is an exciting time. As long as Joe Biden is in charge. Because if Donald Trump's in charge, people will die. What did Andrew Cuomo say yesterday on Good Morning America? In this race for the vaccine? Pfizer has this vaccine candidate more than 90% effective, and when asked about it, what did the governor of the state of New York say?
Well, it's good news, bad news, George. The good news is the Pfizer tests look good, and we'll have a vaccine shortly. The bad news is...
How could there be bad news? The good news is lives are going to be saved, right? Isn't that what it's about? It's about a vaccine, so now we can get out and about. We can open up the economy. We can save lives. Saving lives is a big deal, right? How could there be bad news?
That it's about 2 months before Joe Biden takes over, and that means this administration is going to be implementing a vaccine plan.
Okay. So it's Donald Trump and his plan and the vaccine and, of course, Orange Man bad. So you know what that means. People are going to die. And even though we have a vaccine that we're told right now in late stages, more than 90% effective, if true, and that continues, then we're talking about a vaccine that is more effective than many others, including the flu vaccine that many go get each and every year. Then you should be all about that. But of course, if Orange Man in charge, then it's a bad thing. I wonder how many lives would be I'm just throwing this out there. Maybe the governor could help with this math. I wonder how many lives would be lost. Not only if you did something really ridiculous, like, I don't know, put COVID positive patients in nursing homes when they should be nowhere near it because those are the most vulnerable individuals. That would never happen. But how many lives could be lost because your politics got in the way? Oh, we don't care about that. I know that's... We're not going to bring that up. That's awful. How could you even say something like that, even suggest it? That is ridiculous. I would agree. We'd never want politics to get in the way of saving lives. For some, they can't help themselves. Yeah, so what else did the not-so-great Cuomo have to say?
You have 2 months, and we can't let this vaccination plan go forward the way the Trump administration is designing it, because Biden can't undo it 2 months later. We'll be in the midst of it. And I've been talking to governors across the nation about that. How can we shape the Trump administration vaccine plan to fix it or stop it before it does damage.
Yeah, we got to stop it before it does damage. There's a great look for you. But nothing to see here. Everything is fine. Just this morning, look at this on MSNBC. Here is one of President-elect Biden. I know, I can't believe I'm saying that. Nothing's been certified yet, but it's okay. Keep saying it. Because, if you say it long enough, boy, you're going to tick a whole lot of people off if it doesn't go that way. And, those are the ones that burn and loot and destroy things. Let me say that again before I get to this piece of audio. If for some reason what the media is telling you is going to be, which is, let's start talking about the first 100 days of a Biden administration. Let's start talking about Joe Biden being in charge. Let's start talking about the president-elect. That if this were to be overturned, going through the courts and up to the Supreme Court, and we find out illegality taking place in this election, and Donald Trump becomes president of the United States, the same people you saw on the streets during the summer will be back again, and they will loot and destroy. Remember that. They want you to remember that because they want you to keep that in your memory when you start to think about the fact that this isn't certified. It's not over yet. May the gaslighting begin. Oh, and may you follow us. Otherwise, there'll be consequences. Am I wrong? 239-479-5592. Here you go. One of Biden's COVID task force members, Tom Elliott, the great Tom Elliott at Grabian, had this up. Dr. Michael Osterholm. What did he say? What should we look forward to? What does this look like in a Biden administration moving forward? There's got to be some positive here. What do we do? What would you like to see take place? Listen to this conversation.
Can you see a scenario around the corner, perhaps in this winter, where there is some form of a national lockdown, maybe like one that we're seeing in Europe, where the schools stay open?
I got to just stop right there. Are we talking about national lockdowns again? Is that what we're going to do?
If you have 50 people, you can get 75 different definitions of what a lockdown is. Yeah. Okay, so let's just be clear. I don't think anybody knows what they're talking about when they talk about a lockdown, myself included. In the first week of August, Neil Kashkari, the president of the Minneapolis Federal Reserve Bank, and I wrote an op-ed piece in the New York Times that basically said we need to, in a sense, lock down to drive this infection level to a place where we can actually control it.
So we're going to all mask up. We're going to have mandatory masking, and we're going to lock down the economy again. You ready for that? We'll get it under control. Don't you worry. Joe Biden's got a plan. He's going to stop that virus in its tracks. We're going to all hide in our house once again. For a virus that has, what, on average, a 99.5% survival rate. Is that right, on average? We got to lock down for that, everybody. Not allowed to talk about the data and the science. Don't do that. No. Unless, of course, it's good for our side and it makes us look good and you're frightened enough that you'll do what we tell you to do. Am I outrageous right now? Am I talking crazy? 239-479-5592. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, there's this. Attorney General Barr has authorized federal prosecutors to pursue, quote, substantial allegations of voting irregularities. We're going to look into this, everybody. We're going to have some of these places like Georgia, Pennsylvania, and other places examined. Ashley Moody has signed on to the Pennsylvania ballot brief that the U.S. Supreme Court should overturn a ruling that allowed Pennsylvania elections officials to count some late-arriving absentee ballots. How does that work? Is there an issue with the Constitution? Like, everybody gets to have an election day except Pennsylvania. They get to go 3 days later, and they don't have to worry about signatures or postmarks. What part of no signature and no postmark makes you feel secure in the ballot? I'm just asking. Well, get this. On the heels of Attorney General Barr saying that, the New York Times is reporting that the person who oversees voter fraud investigations, that being Richard Pilger, has quit. Having familiarized myself with the new policy and its ramifications, I must regretfully resign from my role as director of the Election Crimes Branch. That's your gig. That's how you make money. That's how you pay your mortgage. And now you're quitting. Why? Familiarizing himself with the new policy and ramifications. Could it be that the guy was involved with Lois Lerner in the IRS targeting of Tea Party groups? Well, I don't know. You ask me. By the way, he was. I don't know. Just putting that out there. Look, we'll wait. The media is telling us 100 days. We got to talk about Biden's 100 days. Slow your roll. We'll wait. We got time. I'll wait this out. Al Gore got to wait 37 days and the planet's still functioning, even though I guess apparently it was supposed to be underwater right now, but I digress. I'll wait. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. We'll get to your calls coming up. And right now we're going to find out what's going on with traffic. Is that right? Are we checking traffic? Yep. Sabrina Katz has it.
We are slammed on the Midway Bridge heading into Fort Myers. The delay starts all the way from Del Prado into Fort Myers to Colonial. So if you want to avoid this, you can hop on the Cape Coral Bridge. Guys, it's fully up to speed, a much quicker option. Also, a crash in the Cape at Chiquita, and Beach Parkway is slowing traffic southbound on Chiquita heading to Cape Parkway. I-75, we are still up to speed for your Tuesday morning, heading to and from Charlotte and Collier County. In Collier, delays on Airport Pulling, heading south to Radio Road. Also, a touch of slow traffic on the East Trail as you're heading eastbound to 951. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Eta for today is going to stay just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, but we still have the opportunity for some scattered rain and breezy weather as high temperatures top out in the mid-80s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel.
Drew Steele, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking to my good friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters. And I love talking to Dave because when I talk to Dave, I know that means he has something special for you. In this case, like I have in my home, Core Tech is absolutely amazing, Dave. And I got to tell you, I love it. My wife loves it. And boy, you've got a lot of Core Tech right now in stock.
Yes, we do. And we've got about 6 or 7 truckloads coming to beat the tariff increase. And we're going to guarantee a freeze of the prices on all our in-stock Core Tech. We're not going to go up 50 cents a square foot, and we're going to save it for our customers.
And so when it comes to Core Tech, I mean, it is just amazing the selection that you have. And not only that, the installation is incredible. What you do there is fantastic.
Yes, and we stock 100 colors of Core Tech.
Floor Meisters, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
You find yourself searching for a reputable air conditioning company?
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
I'm Crystal Casey with Brett Air Conditioning. For over 45 years, our motto has been, don't sweat, call Brett. We are a family-owned business with a great reputation. Whether your AC needs maintained, serviced, or replaced, we are here to serve you. So stop searching and join the Brett Air family today. You can find us online at brettairconditioning.com or call us at 239-566-3633. 239-566-3633.
If you don't love your AC company, call Brett Air right now. Find them online at brettairconditioning.com or like them on Facebook.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have 2 choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
Our windows made a difference in terms of how our house looked. So it looked 30 years old with our old windows. And now that we have our new Storm Shield windows, they look totally different. Our coastal look is coming along. We definitely have other projects to do, but the look alone of these windows has definitely improved our house. We have more energy efficient windows than we had before. It's quiet, and we definitely know in the event of a storm that we're safe and secure.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomey.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
On the next Drew Barrymore show, Craft Week gets tough. Next, Drew.
The pressure's on.
With two crafty lumberjacks.
Let the crafting games begin!
And I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out!
Rebel Wilson!
Woo!
All new Drew.
Drew, today at 3 on Wink.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. I love this piece of audio before we go to break. Ben Rhodes is talking about Joe Biden and talking about, the president-elect Joe Biden and, moving forward, and everybody in the Trump sphere needs to just settle down and get with the program, everybody. Ben Rhodes.
The Trump people seem to be talking like they have some agency here. We're going to have the pageantry already of the president-elect announcing his advisory board. He's going to start announcing cabinet secretaries. The center of political gravity in this country and the world is shifting to Joe Biden. Foreign leaders are already having phone calls with Joe Biden.
Wait, what? Wait, excuse me?
Foreign leaders are already having phone calls with Joe Biden.
Wait, wasn't that in 2016? Wasn't that the problem with General Flynn that we were told? Logan Act, General Flynn talking to the leaders, here he was. You've got president-elect, and then you have General. Wait, what? How did you can? Yeah, there you go. A little bit of Ben Rhodes on was it MSNBC yesterday, and this discussion about again what the left in this country and what Democrats can do, and what the president and the administration in the past cannot do, and what they and the hypocrisy that is all over the place. There's a lot of it. 239-479-5592. We're going to get to your calls coming up, and hopefully we'll have, right? We will have the top 5 audio clips of the day. Good. It's the 5 at 8:35. That's on the way. But call right now because the thing, right, is coming up. We finish our program right after the 5 at 8:35 with your phone calls exclusively right to the end of the program. Whatever you would like to talk about, the thing we call it. So we'll have that on the way. More audio clips and some of the things that you just have to hear to believe on the way. 5 at 8:35 up next.
This is Daybreak 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele here, and hurricane season, it's upon us, and it's supposed to be a pretty active season for 2020. Get peace of mind from my friends at Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac automatic standby generator dealer in the nation. You don't have to sweat the next outage. I've had my Generac for years. It is amazing. Get your free estimate on your Generac automatic standby generator today, in time for hurricane season, with expert installation and 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter. Give them a shout at 204-3469. That's 204-3469 for Generator Supercenter.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
Hey, this is Papa with Casey, Carrie, and Cody. And as most of you know, when Irma hit in September of 2017, thousands of people tried unsuccessfully to call a roofing company, but all the roofers were so overwhelmed they could not handle or even answer those calls. Now here we are, 3 years later, and many of those same people are still waiting to have their roofs repaired. So we are implementing our proactive list. If you want to be on our list, call me for our free total inspection. Once we inspect your roof, you will be on the proactive list. If or when the next storm hits, You will have no need to call any roofer because we will be calling you automatically to see if you need help. We can offer emergency repairs and tarp service or whatever your roof requires. Call Papa now for our free tile roof inspection, 945-2700. We believe it's wise to be proactive, and it costs you nothing to join our list. Call Papa for our free tile roof inspection at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1331790.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. Your afternoon commute could be impacted by Vice President Mike Pence's visit to our area. He's expected to land around 5:15 this afternoon at RSW, then travel with his motorcade to Sanibel Island. Weather is putting a damper on a celebration for Southwest Florida heroes. The Cape Coral Veterans Day Parade set for tomorrow is canceled because of Tropical Storm Ada. They will honor local veterans next week with an event that is not open to the public. More space for you and your family at Lehigh Acres Parks. Lee County leaders are set to approve a design today that will bring 3 new football fields, more bathrooms, covered outdoor space, and pavilions and trails to the park. About 52 acres will be added to this park off Lee Boulevard. A killer is on the run this morning. People in an Englewood neighborhood are asked to come forward with any information. Charlotte County deputies say they found someone dead on Turner Street yesterday morning. We know the 911 call came from inside the home where the person died. If you have any information, please call deputies. And a final stamp of approval to make your commute easier. Today, Lee County commissioners are expected to approve a nearly $1 million contract to repave Burnt Store Road. This will happen between Kismet Parkway and Vincent Avenue. More relief for you to cover child care. Lee County is working with United Way to take care of your child if you're struggling to make ends meet. You can receive up to $3,500, but you have to prove you've lost income because of the pandemic. To find out how to apply, just head to the Wink News app. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
A deadly crash in LaBelle at Palm Beach Boulevard and Phillips is slowing traffic westbound on Palm Beach Boulevard for 1 mile. Also, a crash reported at State Road 82 in Alabama. This is just in front of that Dollar General at the intersection and causing southbound delays on Alabama. A crash also on 82 at Gateway Boulevard. No backups here. A tap on the brakes through the intersection. But the crash at Alico and Domestic is still causing a delay on Alico, east and west between Three Oaks and US 41. That trip to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, as we go throughout the late morning into this afternoon, we will see a band of some scattered rain coming in from the south. Heavy rainfall possible, as well as some gusty wind. Temperatures in the mid-80s with those breezy conditions, with more scattered rain and breezy weather for Wednesday and Thursday. Few showers Friday. And then most areas are dry for the weekend. Not too shabby with a mixture of sunshine and clouds, as Ada stays just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, as next week will finally bring in another fall front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomato Sports Page. These are stressful times. There's turmoil all around us, from our personal concerns about health, family, and finances, to our feelings about those who trash this great country, its traditions, its protectors, and its flag. I want to scream and make my voice heard, but instead I'm part of the silent majority, those who are dependable, caring, fair-minded, fiercely patriotic, and who every day help to make America great. Stevie honors the silent majority every day by serving our award-winning food and beverages. Relieve today's stress during our happy hour with a great meal. Choose fall-at-the-bone ribs or the best burgers in town, great pizza and more. Most of all, sit down, relax, eat, and drink with others of the silent majority. Stevie honors this great country, its traditions, and the sacrifices made by all those before us and today. Our servicemen, our policemen, our firemen, and doctors, nurses, homemakers, and all others of the silent majority. God bless you, and God bless America, and most importantly, vote. Stevie Tomatoes, Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral.
Southwest Florida is open for business and ready to welcome the 48th Annual Fort Myers Boat Show, November 12th through the 15th. 48 years in downtown on the Caloosahatchee, showcasing the very best in boats and boating products. Stretching along the river from Centennial Park to the newly opened Calusa Sound Convention Center and the City Yacht Basin, it's the most complete showing of boats, boating products, and all things marine. See, compare, and buy everything that's new in boating. From skiffs to fishing boats to cruising boats to luxury yachts, there's a boat for everyone, plus all the gear and gadgets boaters love. Take a break at a variety of downtown bars and restaurants, including the beautiful new Luminary Hotel that overlooks the show. There's plenty of room to stroll around in comfort, and they're ready to assist visitors to maintain social distancing and safety standards to make your day at the show safe and enjoyable. Don't miss boating's biggest showcase, the Fort Myers Boat Show, November 12th to the 15th. Visit FortMyersBoatShow.com for tickets and complete details.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Stay break 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. I want you to have the phone number handy because right after the 5 at 8:35, we do it each and every day. It takes us right to the end of the program. Your phone calls. It's all about you. We call it the thing. We do the thing. I ask you what your thing is. What's your thing? Get ready. Coming up. Top 5 audio clips of the day right now. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
Now, right now we know that what the company will do, very likely, in fact, I'm certain they'll be doing it, is putting in soon, within the next week and a half or so, for an emergency use authorization and ultimately for ultimate approval of the vaccine, which means if that goes along smoothly, that we may have doses that we're able to give to people by the end of November, the beginning of December, probably well into December.
Oh, well, look at that. Less than a week after the election, and all of a sudden, poof, look at that. We got... Not only do we have a vaccine that's looking pretty good, but according to Dr. Fauci on CNN last night, we might have a vaccine before the end of the year. I'm trying to think. There was somebody else. Oh, gosh. Who was it? What's his name? There was somebody else who told us that we would likely have a vaccine because of Operation Warp Speed by the end of the year, thanks to his administration. Wish I could remember that guy's name.
Number 4.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
That's not the right clip. Hold on a second. All right, let me try to find. What was that? I don't know. All right, let me try to find. All right, let's just go to this one. All right, let's try that again.
Number 4.
Well, there's a lot of people that are concerned. There's a lot of fear tactics are being used right now, Brett. If both of the Georgia senators were elected from the Democratic Party, then that would be 50-50 if both Dan Sullivan and Tom Tillis win. 50-50 means there's a tie. But if one senator does not vote on a Democratic side, there is no tie and there is no bill. So I commit to you tonight, and I commit to all of your viewers and everyone else that's watching, I want to lay those fears, I want to rest those fears for you right now, because when they talk about whether it be packing the courts or ending the filibuster, I will not vote to do that.
Hold on a second. I just want to get this straight. I'm just double checking. Don't mind me. I'm just double checking. So that's Joe Manchin who's saying, look, I want to lay all your fears. Don't worry about it. As a Democrat, I'm not going to be a vote with the party to to vote to pack the courts or to get rid of a filibuster, anything like that. I'm not going to be that guy. So don't you worry. Forgive me if I'm kind of a little skeptical there, Senator Joe Manchin. That's okay. I think I can wait just a little while there.
Number 3.
Mr. President, let's not have any lectures. No lectures about how the president should immediately, cheerfully accept preliminary election results from the same characters who just spent 4 years refusing to accept the validity of the last election.
Thank you. There's Mitch McConnell on the floor of the Senate saying, hey, listen, you bunch of hypocrites. Don't be telling us and don't give us any lectures about how Joe Biden is the president-elect and we're not allowed to go through this process, the checking of the election and lawsuits and the like, when you spent the past 4 years refusing to accept the validity of the last election. Don't give us this whole Republicans refuse to. Just sit down.
Number 2.
In the mid-'90s, I think it was like 96, I was in Kinshasa in the waning days of Mobutu. And Mobutu was a pretty awful dictator. And when he finally fled the country and the rebels were moving to take the capital, his son drove around in a pickup truck with a machine gun and settling scores with people he felt had not been supported enough with Mobutu. Thankfully, it hasn't come to that here, but I can't believe we're in a situation where a transfer of power is not. I can't believe we are in this situation here. It just seems so petty, and I know it's about Georgia, and I know it's about setting up grievance politics that will perhaps allow him to run in 4 years.
Yeah, there's your gaslighting there, everybody. I can't believe the peaceful transfer of power is not taking place by this president. He won't peacefully leave the office. So he said this was going to happen. We told everybody this was going to happen. That's why there were people that were rioting in the streets over the summer, because they didn't think that this was going to happen. And look at this. And you know what it reminds me of? This is CNN's Anderson Cooper. You know what it reminds me of? That evil dictator. Do you remember? I was there. I saw the whole thing going down. Whose son would drive around shooting enemies with a machine gun. It's almost like, no, it's not anything like that. Just sit down.
Number 1.
This election is not over. Far from it. We have only begun the process of obtaining an accurate, honest vote count. We are fighting for the rights of all Americans who want to have faith and confidence not only in this election, but in the many elections to come. There is only one party in America that opposes voter ID. One party in America that opposes verifying signatures, citizenship, residency, eligibility. There is only one party in America trying to keep observers out of the count room. And that party, my friends, is the Democrat Party.
Is she wrong? It's Kayleigh McEnany yesterday at a press conference asking the question. You tell me, is she wrong?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
239-479-5592. It's your time to call right now. You tell me what you think. And Kayleigh McEnany is making the case, as many others have made the case. I'm trying to understand now. You have Pennsylvania, who is telling us that, oh, listen, 3 days after the election, we can still accept votes. They don't have to be postmarked and signature verification. We don't need that. Voter identification? Come on. Not everybody has an ID. Who are the people that are fighting this? And what about that makes you feel like there is integrity in the election? I am serious about this. If you're a Democrat, I would love to hear you right now, 239-479-5592. You tell me what part of that spells integrity to you. Why are you comfortable with that? Why do you think that from now on, that's the way the process and what happened this go around, this is the way the process should be moving forward? Why? Tell me. All right, time for your calls right now. 239-479-5592. We got to do the thing.
You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing.
All right, let's go to Matt. Matt's in Fort Myers. He's going to start off the thing. What's your thing there, Matt? What's going on?
Hey, the thing that I'm most disappointed about is the fact that Trump has not made any arrests with any of these high-profile possible conspirators over his term. We had people around him that, were a part of his group that ended up getting arrested. It would have sent such a great message if he just would have arrested some of these people and held them for just 48 hours, just to show kind of who these people are, and let the Democrats scurry and run with fear about who might be next up to get arrested.
Well, I understand.
It would have been wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing about this...
Well, wait, Matt, hold on one second, just real quick. It's not the president that goes out. He doesn't have a badge and he goes out and arrests. That's up to the DOJ. And certainly there are issues that people have with Attorney General Barr and some of what's going on with the Durham investigation and the report, and why we haven't seen any of this, and why even with the Biden crime family, why we didn't see anything. I get it. There are people that are certainly frustrated about that. So that point is taken. All right, Chris. Chris is in Cape Coral. Chris, what's your thing there?
My thing this morning is how Election Day turned into Election Week. They forecasted this, Drew. They knew it. With the mail-in started 6 months ago, they knew they were going to cheat, and they knew that this was going to happen where President Trump was going to have no other choice but to go to the courts and that's what this transfer of power. Just remember, what's-his-face was freaking president, named president-elect for 37 days when Bush really won. So that's what we have going on here.
Wait a minute, Chris. Are you suggesting that the Democrats are up to some kind of Election Day shenanigans?
The biggest hoax is happening right now, and it's not Russia. It's the Democrat Party.
Well, there you go. I guess that's a yes from Chris. Kent is in Naples. Hello there, Kent.
Hey, Drew.
Hi.
So, Drew, the reason I'm calling is that I'm an independent, and I have tons of friends who are Republicans. I have tons of friends who are Democrats.
That's all right.
Here's my question. I keep hearing callers talking about the fact that there's fraud and, well, only in the states, of course, that Trump has lost. We need to question the laws. So my question to you and my question to the audience is, what exactly do we think that the supervisor of elections in each state does? So, for example, the fact that, they typically, who are run by bipartisan counsel and work with the laws of the state that have been established for many, many years. Mm-hmm. It's almost like there's this perception that mail-in voting was created by the Democrats, like just now, which, of course, is wrong. That's been happening for many, many years. Mm-hmm. It's interesting that, for example, we are only challenging the state laws in the states that were lost. I mean, where's the stop the vote protests in North Carolina? So anyway, my point is very simple, that supervisor of elections run a meticulous process.
Do they?
Overseen by multiple, well, I don't know. You tell me, Drew. Where were the protests 4 years ago? Or 8 years ago?
I'll make this suggestion to you now. Number one, you're talking to the wrong person when you're talking about mail-in ballots. I've never been a fan of it. I've never been a fan of the extension of mailing in ballots. I've always said, listen, you show up, you bring your ID, you show up, and you vote in person. I've never been a vote by mail person unless it's under extreme circumstances, if it's the military overseas, or you can prove without a doubt that there is no possible way that you could show up, that we can make exceptions for people. But by no means have I ever been somebody who's been about mail-in ballots. I'm not.
You're absolutely right. Look, mail-in ballots historically were only used by, for example, the very elderly, senior citizen.
Yep.
Or overseas.
Yeah. So how did that change? That's the first question I would ask. To your second point, I am not.
So the reason it changed, Drew, is that actually there is a large portion of the population who were fearful of being in public areas because they believed the biased media that there was coronavirus. So there was the perception that perhaps more people would want to vote from home as opposed to physically going to a voting facility.
Yeah, and I think, unfortunately, in some of these places that you have described, that these were the places where they made that point more than other places. To say that in the state of Florida, we had the governor, obviously we've been open in quite a different way than other places around the country, where there wasn't this fear-mongering, this fear porn going on across the state of telling people that they shouldn't leave their house, when you have already places like New Jersey, New York are already talking about more lockdowns. You have other places and Democrats talking about lockdowns. They created this fear to say and suggest that you cannot leave your house to vote and encouraged the mail-in. And some might say that encouragement led to where we are today. But let me say this again. Let me get back to this other point, which is very important. And it has to do with why and who it is, specifically, Kent. Why would anybody think of, or can you maybe ask your liberal friends, or maybe as an independent, you can tell me, what part of not verifying signatures, not verifying postmarks, not having voter ID gives you confidence in an election?
So the answer is that it's a flawed question, because mail-in registration has to be done. You have to register prior, right? So you can't have duplicates.
Yeah, but what about Pennsylvania? Why did Pennsylvania allow for the not being concerned or not looking at postmarks to verify whether that is a legal vote? Why is it that Pennsylvania doesn't look for signatures? Why is it across the country we don't have any voter ID?
Well, unfortunately, state laws are made, on a state-by-state basis.
Yeah, and I'm asking, who are the people that are in charge of these states?
Look, Drew, this is we need more consistent federal elections. We need to have results
that can be trusted,
in a timely and that can be trusted. But for example, you originally stated that Pennsylvania did away with signatures as a means of verifying. That's not true. All votes, all mail-in ballots that came in, all go through the signature verification.
No. The problem is that on the fly things were changed. Remember, it was those that sued the state, and they went to the courts that ended up changing the laws in the state of Pennsylvania and what could and could not happen based on what was going on. The legislature was the one that has exactly what you're talking about, except for the fact that the courts came along and changed that at the last minute. And listen, I got to run. Thanks for the call, Ken. That's the problem. Is people changing things on the fly. The problem here ultimately is it's a very simple one. Number one, Joe Biden is not the president of the United States yet. Is it possible he may be? Yeah. Is he right now? No. Too many people are gaslighting and making you believe that he has to be called the president-elect, and that the process is already moving forward, and we're already talking to world leaders, and people are congratulating and the pat on the back and attaboys in 100 days. What are we going to do in the first 100 days? And we got to put together a cabinet. Slow your roll. It's not over yet. Number one, don't do it. Number two, you have to decide and tell me, and stop with the trying to run down the middle of the aisle. You got to tell me honestly, who are the people that want to continue in legislatures and in states and governors we're talking about, and elected officials, who are the ones that want to keep this nonsense of mail-in voting happening 2 weeks out? We're starting to validate 3 weeks, a month out. What? 24? Let's make it 365 days a year. Let's start doing 2024 right now. Who's with me? Yeah, I know it's ridiculous, but you see what I'm saying. Who are the ones that want to continue this farce of mail-in balloting the way it's been going right now? And who are the ones that want to put a stop to it? And understand that you've got to show up. Forget this mail-in ballot nonsense. This has got to stop. And we have to show up, and you've got to show your ID. You got to prove to me who you are. You've got to have a book or a registry to show that you live at this address and you are who you say you are, and that is the end of it. And again, for Kent and others, stop. Who are the individuals who do not want that to go away? And then you have to ask yourself why. You know about the integrity of the election and how important it is. I do. You know that there is mail-in balloting is fraught with issues. Oh, wait, don't take my word for it. How about this person? This guy sounds like he knows exactly what he's talking about. Listen to this.
Yeah, it's a very tempting point. As a very experienced, practical politician from New York, I feel constrained to observe that in my experience in New York, paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud. And at least with the old clunky voting machines that we have in New York, the deliberate fraud is way down compared to paper. When the machines break down, they vote on paper. We've had real problems. So there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. I'm simply observing that as a problem. There's got to be a way of getting the best of our methodologies.
But in fact, the MIT studies have shown that hand-counted paper ballots are among the most reliable. And at least if there's a miscount, you can discover it. You can't discover miscounts with these machines.
Then maybe optical scan with paper. I want a paper trail. I want paper somewhere. But pure paper with no machines, I can show you experience which would make your head spin.
Oh, I can show you experience, make your head spin. That's Jerry Nadler. Democrat, Jerry Nadler. Is he right? Stay right, 92.5 Fox News, right all along. All right, tomorrow's another day. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning. Don't forget to text the word troops to 239-479-5592. Help us make 10,000 for the troops this year, bigger and better than ever. Don't forget about our men and women serving overseas, please. All right, there are the rest of the forecast. There's Matt Devitt, Wink News meteorologist. He's got it.
Eta for today is going to stay just to our west in the Gulf of Mexico, but we still have